It's gonna be fun. We in the thick. I mean, everybody gonna be loud. I'm gonna be loud with them. I'm gonna be screaming too. Like, yeah, let's go, let's do this. You ready for this?
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Welcome in to a Tuesday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Brock here inside the Pirate Radio studios and coming to you today on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We're on 1250, 930, also online, pr927fm.com. And thanks to the hard work of Glenn Griffin and Chandler Honeycutt, we are also on Facebook Live and YouTube, so you can watch the show and be a part of the show. You can chime in if you have questions, comments, concerns. Otherwise, Shirley Rhodes, Chandler Honeycutt, CJ Schaefer, Glenn Griffin here. To my left is Troy D. And Troy, big show today. We are back from the Memorial Day holiday and the long weekend with great news to report. East Carolina will be home for a regional, and if they take care of business there, they'll be home for a super regional, Troy D.
What a turn of events from this time a week ago today when we were talking about this on the show, and I speculated if ECU could run the table in the tournament, would it be enough to host? And, you know, there was a lot of not so sure moments back then. It's probably not enough, probably not going to happen. But lo and behold, Clip Rock, what a glorious day yesterday. East Carolina not only in, but hosted as a top 8 seed. And the NC State Wolfpack on the outside looking in, going to watch the Pirates play this year from home.
It was an odd selection show on Monday, definitely.
And if the Pirates win, control their own destiny, they will have a super regional here in Greenville. And I got to be honest, I think I've been here a long time. I remember the super regional in Wilson. I remember the super regional in Kinston. I'm not remembering a super regional ever in Greenville, Clip.
That's because there hasn't been one.
This would be monumental, but the Pirates must win 3 games to get it done this weekend. And let's go out to ECU right now. In fact, let's go to the Pirate Radio Live line, talk to Ryan Robinson, the director of the ECU Pirate Club. You got to imagine things are busy on campus. This has all happened so quickly. Tickets are available right now for season ticket holders and ECU Pirate Club members only. There's ever been an advantage to being the Pirate Club. We always say, hey, you should join the Pirate Club. You can do it for as little as $100 a year. This is the reason to do it for games and times like this. Ryan, first of all, I imagine you guys, the phones have been ringing off the hook over there today.
Yeah, I tell you, it's been interesting. We've got a pretty good phone system, and it's been kind of acting up because there's so many people in the queue down in our ticket office, and the Pirate Club has been, hasn't had a minute where they're not on the phone. But you're right, Troy. Just going back, I go back to the Military Bowl, and the conversations I had back then are the same as today, where it really does pay to be a Pirate Club member. You're supporting our student athletes, but you're also priority is important just because you only have so many tickets. When we look at the baseball right now, we'll go single game, or we'll go all session, we'll go to the general public tomorrow, and we'll have a very limited amount that'll be available. So what we're doing is taking all the orders today. We'll sit down tonight. Coleman Spain, our ticket officer, who's been unbelievable, him and I will sit down and we'll look at what's available. And kind of go from there. But I expect that number to be very limited tomorrow for all session tickets when they go on sale at 9. So you still got, if you're a season ticket holder, a Pirate Club member, you still got a couple hours. But I would get on the phone and call the ticket office or the Pirate Club.
Ryan, what's the capacity under NCAA rules with? I know we filled the jungle with standing room only, but how many folks? What will constitute a sellout for this, and how many tickets are available to ECU fans? And what do you have to hold back for, like players, parents, and family, and also other teams?
So each team will get 200 tickets, and they've already been sent. So Coppin State will get 200 tickets, and, they're obviously purchasing those tickets, and our team will get 200. We're looking, Troy, right now at about 2,900 in the stands, and then about 2,100 in the jungle. So right a little bit over 5,000. So that's kind of the number we're looking at. I don't foresee where we'll have a ton of tickets available on Friday morning. But what will happen is those teams have until right before their game to turn back their single game tickets. So let's say at Coppin State, I don't know what they've done with their tickets. They could come to us and say, hey, we have 50 tickets we're not using. They will go on sale on Friday morning, single game tickets. So I think there will be a few single game tickets going on sale, but right now the best option to get in is to buy an all session where you're set. But yeah, we'll probably have 5,100. You know how we do it here. We might squeeze in another 100, 200. We'll definitely pack it, and I don't like to use the word sellout, but we're definitely trending that way very quickly.
Well, and Ron, I think it's a pretty good deal. If the information I have is correct, I believe it's $75 for an all-session ticket, which means you get tickets to every single game for the entire weekend, starting Friday all the way through Monday, if necessary. So, but fans that have not ordered yet, they need to go ahead and do it, because if you're in the Pirate Club or you're a season ticket holder, you need to get that in immediately today, because they'll go, whatever hasn't been sold will go to the general public starting on Wednesday, which is tomorrow, by the way, correct?
Yeah, and then, for an all session in the jungle, you're looking at $60, which is a pretty good deal to watch some very quality baseball and really be a part of, I've been fortunate, every time I guess it's become normal for me now that we host a regional. I know that's not normal, but every year I've been here, we've hosted a regional, and it's an atmosphere like no other, and it's really a credit to Coach Godwin, his staff, and players. What they've done this year has been an incredible ride. But John Gilbert says this all the time. We were on some Armadas, telling our fans like, "Hey, we're in rarefied air. This is rarefied air here. Four straight regionals. Like that's not normal." And I know no one takes that for granted around here, and it's pretty special. And I know this weekend is going to be special.
Ron, just curious, when is the deadline to put in a bid for a regional? Because I got to imagine at that time, ECU was not even trending towards hosting a regional, much less a super regional. So when did you have to put that bid in?
I think it was 2 weeks ago. It's funny you mentioned that, Clip, because I was just talking to Coleman Spain, and that is one of the things where maybe in years past, before the conference tournament or whatever, we would have put in we'd have sent out some ticket information. But you never know the right time to do it. But J.J. McLand put in our bid. Back at that time, we actually put in a bid for that and the Super Regional. When you've won 14, 13 games in a row heading into the tournament, we've kind of decided we're going to put in a bid, and J.J. did a great job putting that together. And I will tell you this, just from talking to them, they like being here. They love the atmosphere. Obviously, they get revenue from being here, and we get a portion of that. But they like being in Greenville at Clark LeClaire Stadium and the atmosphere we bring. How
does it break down, Ron? Does the ticket money go to the NCAA, and you're able to keep the concessions? How does the breakdown work on something like this?
We'll get about 25% of what's made, and that's a good deal for us. That helps us in a lot of different ways. Baseball has already been. We sold out of season tickets this year. We raised ticket prices and sold out of them. So baseball revenue has been really, really good this year. Now, obviously, you got to take everything one game at a time. But when you work in administration and event management, you're also looking ahead just to make sure everything would be set for the following week. But this weekend is good. I think the only thing we have really on campus is we have there's a football camp, I think, later on Sunday afternoon. So we're setting up parking and everything. Everybody's really kind of going overtime right now to put this together and make sure we have all our items in order. But we've got a good staff.
And Ron, speaking of parking, I think this is important too for folks that don't know. If you have a parking pass for the season tickets, that is not good. You have to reorder your parking pass for this regional, and there's an extra fee with that your existing pass isn't the pass you need, correct?
Yeah, it's $25, and you're right, Troy. Basically what you're looking at is whatever you had season tickets, you're going to get. Obviously it's going to cost a little more in your season tickets. So a lot of times these calls we're getting, it literally takes 2 or 3 minutes. It's like, hey, I want what I have. You fill out a form, give us a credit card, and you're kind of done. So the phones have kind of slowed down a little bit, and I would imagine they have to, because if they would have kept at the pace that we were doing this morning, I would have think we're going to be playing in a Major League Baseball stadium. I told John Gilbert earlier, I was like, John, this thing only holds 5,100. and our phones are ringing like it's a 10,000-seat stadium. So,
Yeah.
I'm excited about it. I love to see Pirate Nation excited. This has been a pretty cool time in our athletic department. Obviously, we started a campaign. Hopefully, this will build a little bit for baseball. We can get that building built for them, the new locker room. So it's just really a positive time right now.
And Ryan, you're right. I called earlier before we had you on the show, and I talked to one of your folks, and it took less than 3 minutes. I just said, "Hey, renew whatever I got. Give it to me again." Ding the credit card, and we're ready to go. So
it's a very quick process.
Yeah, if you're just keeping what you already have, which is I think the majority of what people are doing, it's going to be very simple. So, and if everybody does that, it'll sell out, and there might not be any available to the general public, which is another good problem to have. But
and we'll put that out tonight, Troy. We're gonna, after we meet, we'll put something out on social media of kind of what we think we have for tomorrow for all session. I don't think I think it's going to be more than 100, but I don't think it's going to be a lot more than that. Like I said, I'm always careful using the word sellout, but we are definitely trending that way because, like I tell everybody, we have the greatest fan base there is, and it's just so important to buy season tickets to our for our programs because when it comes to postseason, you're getting priority, you're getting set, and you're not having to worry about anything.
Absolutely, 100%. As we said, this is a great reason to be in the Pirate Club, and probably not too late to join right now if you need to.
We're available in the Pirate Club right now.
Yeah, they probably be there till at least 5 today, I would assume. So call
5, and it'll be a late night, just kind of putting everything together. And then if you did get tickets, one last thing I would add, you'll get a confirmation email, within the next. Probably next 3 or 4 hours, and then I think Coleman is sending all the tickets digitally on Thursday, and so parking included. So obviously, if anybody has any issues once they get tickets, not the right ones, whatever, just give us a call and we'll take care of them.
All right, Ryan, while we got you on the phone, give yourself a plug. How can folks want to sign up and be a Pirate Club member and order tickets if they haven't done so, they're not part of the system already, and they want to be part of that? What do they need to do?
Well, go to ECUPirateClub.com. or call us right now at 252-737-4540. 737-4540, or go to ECUPirateClub.com. And, again, it helps in this situation, but it really helps our student athletes. I see it every day. So,
and
give one last plug to Summer Knight. You all had her on her show.
Oh, yeah, great.
She's leaving on Sunday for Hayward, Oregon. It's unbelievable what she's doing with the ECU track and field team.
Very talented young lady for sure. Pleasure to meet her, and we wish her all the best. And Ryan, hopefully we're talking this time next week about a potential super regional. So if everything plays out right, if the stars align, ECU can win this regional, they will move on to the super regional. It's already set that would be in Greenville for folks that don't know. And right now it's set up to match up with the Texas regional. So if Texas was to win theirs, it would be an East Carolina versus Texas super regional in Greenville. A lot of national attention on that one if it was to come to fruition like that.
Yeah, well, obviously we'll take it. I know Coach Gow and his team taking one day at a time. We're always going to be looking as administration and staff. We had a large meeting today where you look around the room, it's 30 or 40 people, and you're just so thankful that they're on your team because everybody kind of handles their job. We're not at a school where we have an abundance of staff, so there's a lot of people doing 2 or 3 jobs this week, and we're just very blessed to have them here.
Ryan, great stuff, man. I'll let you get back to work. Appreciate the information, sharing it with the Pirate Nation, and hopefully got some more tickets sold just during this interview here. And once again, deadline's coming up quickly for season ticket holders and Pirate Club members, so go ahead and get that order in right now, and we'll hopefully have this thing sold out pretty quick. But thanks, Ryan. We'll see you out there this weekend.
All right, but I appreciate you guys.
All right, there is Ron Robertson with the ECU Pirate Club. Exciting times over on Campus Clip as all of a sudden it just got a lot busier than it would have been a couple weeks ago. And I thought about it over the weekend. I said, you got to put these bids in so early to the NCAA. And there was a dark time earlier this season, where it wasn't looking so great. Even guys like Clip Rock were a little bit down on the program.
Yeah, I was not alone.
And I was like, God, what if they did, the deadline? What if that was the time you're supposed to put a bid in? We didn't put a bid in, and we get it. I said, well, that will be the end of Cliff Godwin because he will just spontaneously combust if we get to be a top 8 national seed and we didn't put a bid in.
Well, I remember on Hoist the Colors there was a thread. I don't remember when it was, but it was something to the effect of Igoe saying, well, we put a bid in, but at that time, it almost seemed like a fruitless.
Yeah. This is why you do it, though. Better to be safe than sorry. This is why you put the bid in.
I mean, I've never seen anything like this where you reel off 18 in a row to not only host a regional but a super regional, and it's hard to put into words this run that they're on right now.
Yeah,
it's unbelievable.
And now, someone brought to my attention, if they could win the next 5 straight, it would be a 23-game win streak, and that 23-game win streak would put them in Omaha.
Correct.
They're 5 wins away.
Yeah, I remember
from being in the College World Series. That's how close it is at this point.
I remember doing that countdown. We were at like 10 or 12, and now it's starting to really, really feel like a possibility.
Yeah.
If you really want to look ahead, East Carolina gets to Omaha and matches up with Big Bad Tennessee.
Wow, you're way ahead of even me, Cliff. I'm just looking ahead to Texas at this point.
Somebody who's coming up later on today's show mentioned that to me and was bummed out about it. And I was like, dude, let's relax.
Texas. I mean, Tennessee is kind of the Vanderbilt of this year's tournament. It feels like
Well, no. Well, I mean, last year Arkansas was looked at as the number one.
True, but just Vanderbilt's pitching duo last year was just so tough.
Tennessee's got it all.
Yeah.
They are head and shoulders above
what a
everybody.
great problem to have. We match up with Tennessee in the College World Series. I'd love it. But, man, it's going to be a rocking atmosphere in Greenville this weekend.
It is. It's going to be a party. And East Carolina, Coppin State, Virginia, and Coastal Carolina making up the Greenville Regional. And, man, that Virginia-Coastal Carolina game Friday night should be fantastic.
Be a good one, too.
Yeah. I'm pumped. I'm ready to go. All right, we'll see you later.
Let's do it. Hey, fun promo today, promoting the show. Thanks to Brian Weingarts for letting us use the Elm Street Little League field there. It might have been y'all's first time ever walking on the hollowed ground at Elm Street.
It might have been, but it wasn't.
Oh, okay. Might have been Chandler's.
It was my very first time.
He was nervous.
I've been out there to watch games.
Yeah. You sat in the stands with me before.
Yeah. And so, but that was the first time going on the field.
Yeah.
And that field is just incredible. Great job by Brian Weingarts and the crew out there.
Yeah, he does.
So we just walked up there, our gang of 5, while he's, doctoring the field.
Well, he's getting it ready. I'm like, there's no way Weingarts is going to let us do this. I said, Clip, he likes you the best. You take the lead on this one and ask him.
Troy, there's a lot to be said about being nice to people.
Yeah.
And which I am. So
he had no problem with
it. No. You're nice. This is the interesting thing about Clip Rock. Clip is like the nicest guy in person, but on Twitter, they would think you're a raging a-hole.
That's because people are dumb. They don't understand.
It's the dichotomy of Clip Rock. Online Clip is mean and nasty. In-person Clip is super nice.
The meaner I am, the more I like you. That's the rub.
That's the beauty of it.
I know, but people don't understand is what I'm saying.
Because they're dumb. People are dumb. I mean,
now come on. We're setting this nice Clip Rock.
I'm being nice right now. All of you are idiots and morons. And I'm being as nice as I can.
When Clip is nice to me, I literally shed a tear. And it's a tear of joy because I'm like, he really loves me.
But anyway, we did have you. I said, Clip, ask Weingarts if it's okay. He won't say no to you.
I was scared I was going to get shot down. And he was like, yeah, I don't care. Whatever.
It took a while to get his attention.
Well, because he had to stop what he was doing. I mean, he was getting the field ready and mowing. I mean, it was looking great.
He was shockingly, very polite. Yeah,
super nice.
Go ahead.
It was wonderful.
Whatever you need to do.
And the reason I didn't think he would, because I thought he was in the middle of something and we're going to disturb him, which we did, but he was very gracious and we really appreciate that.
Yeah. And, so, I think I asked the first question and then you were like, just use the field as a backdrop. And I was like, backdrop? No, we got to get on the field, Brian.
No, we're walking on it. I don't care if you're mowing or not. We are walking on it.
I played the Troy D role in that case and got it done.
I was just going to be on the sideline. We won't mess anything up.
But check that out on our social
Appreciate
media
your compliment. I told someone I said, Clip doesn't hand out compliments that often. I said, for Clip to come over and tell me, hey, man, that's pretty good on the calls right there.
You looked like you knew what you were doing as a coach.
Yeah.
You were giving out those signs.
Speaking of which, can I have my bat back?
Yes, it's in the corner right over there.
All right, thank you.
Shirley.
Nobody put Shirley's bat in the corner.
Shirley was like super busy today. She couldn't join us.
That is the second time that we have
couldn't come out and play.
Yeah, it sucks.
That's the second time that we've used her softball stuff for props
promo.
of
Yeah,
video.
good. Keep it here.
And one of the rare times that I did not have my softball glove in my car.
That's fine.
We didn't need that, but anyway, it was fun. It was like almost a sanctioned field trip out there. We should do that more often.
Yeah, we got to ride with Troy D.
Visit different places around town and go shoot promos.
It was fun. Let's do it again tomorrow. Let's all bring our bag lunch and head
I
on
did
out.
see on Twitter today. I thought this was a good idea. I mean, but Troy's a busy guy. But somebody said, "Is Troy a good driver?" And you're like, "Oh, he should be like a cab driver. He's so good." And they were like, "It needs to be Troy's Cash Cab, like a Troy D edition of Cash Cab."
Could be a whole nother content stream.
And
that would be
somebody
fun.
said you get an extra points if you don't mention going to the Peach Bowl for the whole ride.
No, you get extra money.
I can't remember. I wish I could give you credit whoever it was with that idea.
It's on Twitter. Hold on.
Yeah, Troy we got it there in good time. He knows the shortcuts to take to get everywhere.
Yeah, there you go.
And no, it was good.
Yeah, that was fun. That was good stuff.
So yeah, Pirates and Coppin State. Who was Coppin State? They are a school from Maryland. I know that they beat ECU in basketball a few years ago, and we got them back last time. But at last check, Juan Dixon, former Maryland Terrapin, was their head basketball coach, and that's about all the info I have on Coppin State. Virginia, Coastal Carolina, they are known in the baseball world. They are past champions, College World Series champions.
All right, it was Jeffrey Cannon, Chandler. He said, Cash Cab with Troy D. For every take he gives you that you think he's serious about, all of them, you get $10. Bonus round if he goes the whole drive without mentioning going to the Peach Bowl.
I mean, look, there we go.
It's a great idea.
Content is king, and that's great content.
Yeah.
We're always looking for the next video, so that could be it. All right, so Troy, we're getting ready for the weekend. Pirates, by the way, once again play 1 o'clock on Friday. They're going to get the early game,
Which you know me, I love a night game, but I think this time, I think it's good. Go ahead and get it out of the way.
Well, if
and
you
have
want a
more
night
time to
game
rest.
and a big atmosphere, you'll have those Saturday and Sunday.
No, but it
The
always
Pirates
seems
can
to be
win.
a thunderstorm in the evening. So that's why I'm glad they're going to go ahead and play and get it out of the way, because it does look like there's a chance of rain
I don't care
on
about
Friday.
the weather.
But usually that rain in the summertime is in the afternoon.
Yeah, it got so pushed back one year that Cliff wanted to just take the first game, try to get it out of the way.
No, I agree with him.
Yeah.
I think that's the way to go, and it gives you more rest.
Yeah.
Because if you win that first game, you don't have to play again until Saturday
evening.
at 7 o'clock. That's a big advantage.
Yeah.
Might as well use it.
Yep.
So, people will be there.
No doubt.
And
It's
that's
gonna
what
be
I
a
love. This
party.
is great because it feels like Monday today, right? This is the Mondayest Tuesday we'll ever have.
Correct.
But it's really Tuesday. Once we're done with the show, we're really looking at Wednesday in the face.
We're staring it in the eye.
And then we have Thursday, and then Friday is game day. So, I mean, we'll be working, but we'll be involved with the game festivities and all of that stuff. So, really, we're down to a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday work week clip, and this is my dream scenario.
Again, you only talk about yourself in this case.
Right, true, right.
Do I have Friday off?
No.
Okay. Well, what the hell are you talking about?
Well, I don't have Friday off. I'll be working Friday, but I'm saying it's kind of a fun work day when we involve the game.
All right.
You're going to be doing some fun things Friday.
All right. We'll have fun.
I mean, Clip, you're not digging ditches for a living.
You're right.
This is fun.
I'm having a ball.
Seize the moment.
Having a blast.
I think we might be having a watch along coming up on Friday.
We will.
Can
1
we promote
o'clock
that?
right here in the Pirate Radio studios.
All right.
And we're having some hardware for lunch.
We're gonna have some
Sounds good.
nails and
Wrenches.
Fifth Street hardware, not just any hardware,
Give me some
right?
pliers.
oh man, the worms over there is great.
So Winslow's is now hardware. Hardware.
I think it's Fifth Street hardware.
Fifth Street Hardware.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we're going to
One
have lunch from there, and I'm looking forward to it.
They got a new menu now.
Right. I can't wait to try it out.
Yeah. And look, I always liked Winslow's, but they had the same menu forever. I saw the new menu for Fifth Street Hardware. I'm like, damn, this looks good.
I haven't tried.
I was like, yeah, there's a lot of stuff on there I want to try, actually.
We got flatbread.
Wait, was I already supposed to put an order in? Did she already order everything?
No.
Oh, okay. All right. I wanted to put
Not
in
yet.
a request.
A request for what? You're not going to be here.
Yeah, but when I get back,
Look at this guy.
might be a wrap waiting for me.
Jeez Louise.
Jump on with you in
No wonder
hour
you're
3.
excited for Friday. You're going to go
Well,
out.
the game's going to be at 1. It might end it could be over by the time PRL starts.
So you're thinking the game will end in an hour and 59 minutes?
It is possible.
Oh, here we go. Anything is possible.
Clip, anything is possible, just like an 8
Anything's
seed.
possible.
All right. Could end before 3
It could.
o'clock.
There's no clock.
That is true. And there's no
Or
chance.
it could take 5 hours. I mean, it's
That
one of
is
those
also
deals.
true.
You just never know.
We'll be watching it here, having a good time on Friday. So check us out, and I guess we'll do a post game show after the game on PRL.
Yeah, that'll be
Sounds
fun.
good.
I may jump on with you guys. Candy Curlin saying this month will be over before you know it.
I was
Clip
going
Rock.
to say it's the last day
Man,
of the month.
Soak it up if you're a fan of May, and I love the month of May. This is it, people.
Why do you like May?
It's just a fun month. It's the first month of summer. It finally warms up. It's beach weather. Of course, it's my birthday month, Clip, as you know. Thanks for the great gifts you got yourselves.
You're quite welcome.
You're
You know what? I love May.
welcome.
May is awesome.
May's a fun month. Like, school ends in May. It's the start of summertime. It's just a good month.
School.
May's a good month, and I hate to see it go.
What are your month power rankings?
Well, I got to rank July.
Because I got to imagine you got some good ones coming up.
July is my number one probably month because you get a July 4th holiday in there, which is my favorite holiday of the year. So I'm going to go July.
You don't like to work, do you?
July.
You bring up not working a
Cliff,
lot.
does anybody like to work?
Hey, we're not digging ditches here. Have fun. Enjoy it. I love working. I want to work more.
I wasn't going to say I don't like to work. I love to work with you people. I love it here.
So July's number...
I got to rank July as my number one month because it's the most summertime of all the months.
Okay.
You know, because August almost gets too hot. Not that I'm complaining, just making an observation. But July, man, July's a great month.
Yeah.
I got to put probably May, number 2. I'll go June, 3.
I see the pattern.
August, 4.
So you are summer man. I mean,
absolutely. Summer's going to lead the power rankings. And then we'll have to figure it out from there. But I will tell you, December, January, February, bottom. Just for weather related.
Yeah. I'm more, as Chris Carter would say, a fall guy.
Are you?
Yeah. I love the fall.
Yeah.
Even though falls are kind of still hot, but the football part of it.
Steve Hill asking on Facebook, funny story. He said, Troy, did you touch anyone over the holiday? Now, for those of you newer to the program, that's when we say we touch someone, it's a reference that we met somebody, we shook hands, we hugged.
And you literally touch them.
Yeah, I literally touched them, yes. Almost thought I was going to have a major touch, Clip Brock. What if I told you, one point over the holiday weekend, I thought that I was going to touch Lane Kiffin? What would you have said?
I would have said no chance.
Right. That's why I would
way.
have. And that's the reason that I've got to carry the phone around, because if I do meet Lane Kiffin and I do touch him or we hang out, I've got to document it or it didn't happen, because I know you guys, no way, that didn't happen. I'd have to prove it, correct?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Joey Freshwater.
I was at a party that a private party over the weekend that Lane Kiffin was also invited as a guest and was supposed to be at.
Anybody can invite.
No. Like, the guy had a personal connection to Lane. He was going to fly in or helicopter in, whatever it was. But he had a big recruit over at Ole Miss. He couldn't do it, but he claims he's coming next year to this party.
I want to invite him right now on Twitter to my party.
No, this is legit. I'm not.
I just cut the grass.
I'm legit going to do that.
Hey, Lane, I just cut the grass. We're having a cookout Saturday.
The guy at the party is friends with Lane and was going to have him come to Atlantic Beach and be at this thing.
All right.
And when it happens next year, just remember this damn story.
I'll never.
And maybe it took a year to develop, but I will touch Lane Kiffin eventually, Clip.
That's the dream. That is the goal.
That'd be a good one.
It's good to have goals.
I'm just answering Steve's question.
Steve Hill said touch a Troy is greater than touch a truck.
Man,
yes, it is.
You almost kind of didn't come close to touching.
No, if he was there, I'm saying I would have absolutely touched. I would have shaken hands with him and touched him.
Shaking hands?
Yes, I would have given him a full handshake or a fist bump, either way.
I was going to say, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Did you touch a celebrity, CJ, this weekend? Because CJ got a picture with a celebrity.
Oh, yeah. That girl, I didn't even know who she was, but I am proud of you, CJ.
Yes, I sure did.
Touch
it was
away.
a great time.
You touched her?
I did.
Who is it?
It was Haley Deegan, a truck driver for NASCAR.
She's a truck driver. Wow. I thought she was like a sideline reporter for NASCAR or something.
Troy's not sexist at all.
No, I'd never seen her before.
You're not. You're good.
Yeah. I didn't know who she was.
I thought she was a Hooters girl.
Yeah, she's a good-looking girl. I was proud of CJ.
Plus, women can't drive, right, Troy?
Well, Clip, there you are crossing the line.
You turned it into this whole big thing. You're just instigating now.
No, y'all look like a cute couple. I mean, CJ had a haircut, a shave. Like, I was like, man, is this a new girlfriend?
What's going on?
I will say you look kind of trim in that picture.
You did. No, you look great in that photo.
No.
That shirt.
I'm telling you, the
you
lighting,
wear that shirt every day.
the angle, you look like I was like, who is this guy?
And those
Like,
are those brand new shirts that you guys just got.
Yes.
University Sportswear.
I thought I'm like, man, I need to start wearing this shirt more
Yeah.
often.
All
You
right.
looked good. You looked good in that photo, man.
I appreciate it.
Your arm around her. It was impressive,
I didn't see that one.
wasn't it?
No.
Troy was imagining if he was there.
Oh, sorry, I was daydreaming.
Any other touches at Charlotte?
No.
Touch any other drivers?
No major touches like that.
All
I
right.
was in.
That was a good one.
I
One
was
and
in
done.
Arm's reach of Kyle Busch, but did not touch him.
He'd have probably punched you. So.
Yeah.
Just tell him it's part of Troy D Motorsports. Give him my best.
I told him you needed to get him a win. He
Big
came
fan of the
close.
Bush brothers.
By the way, do you know who won?
I don't. I forgot to check. I fell asleep. I was watching it Sunday night, and I fell asleep before the end.
I believe in honor of Tony Collins' birthday weekend, it was the Ham Man. Denny Hamlin?
Sure was.
Yeah, Denny Hamlin.
So where are we, by the way?
You're up
Okay.
after that one.
Thank goodness.
After that result. Mike says December, not in Troy's top 3. What, does he hate Christmas? Wow. Revelation. Troy
This
D
is not
hates Christmas.
Well, that's
The war on Christmas.
that's a jump. I hate the cold weather around Christmas.
Mike says we should invite Nick Saban to the watch along Friday. Chandler, hit him up. See
Quit
what-
asking.
I'm not coming.
I'm not watching ECU baseball.
Quit asking. Robert says, I heard your man Joey Chestnut has COVID. Hope he's okay by your favorite holiday. Did not hear that, Troy did.
Huh, have not either.
He's still got a month to recover.
COVID, that's a quick recovery nowadays.
Now for some.
Yeah. I mean, well, for him to be able to eat again. He'll sit out a week and he'll be
It might
fine.
be even better if he can't taste
Oh,
all
man,
those
wow.
disgusting hot dogs he's
Yeah.
in his mouth. That could be an advantage for a competitive eater if you lose your taste.
I had I was at a friend's house last night and he made hot dogs. I had 2 hot dogs last night. They were good, all beef, very nicely done. And I was stuffed after 2. I was like, how do they do this where they eat 70 of these things? I had 2 hot dogs and I was full.
Doesn't make a lot of fun sound like a lot of fun when you think about what they're doing, sitting there eating all those hot
Oh,
dogs.
now Robert's saying, what about a donut hole competition? Now that is something I could do some damage in.
How many do you think you could do in a minute?
I got one of those what is it, like a 30-pack from Dunkin' Donuts. They have the donut holes. They've got the here's my power rankings on donut holes. Chocolate, blueberry, and then glazed.
I love blueberry.
Man, I could do some and I couldn't eat a bunch of donuts, but donut holes is a whole nother level, man. I could pound through some donut holes if I wasn't careful. That didn't sound good, but you know what I mean. I could eat a lot of them.
Macon, our former intern.
Probably 50 of them if I had to.
We lost one listener, Troy.
Who?
Former intern Macon says, hearing you men speak on public displays of affection is making me uncomfortable. I'm changing the station.
No, she's lying. She's still listening.
She's still there.
Thank you for your support,
Hello,
Megan.
Macon. Good to, hope Jake Walsh is
Yeah,
doing
by
well.
the way, don't listen to what the guys say in the baseball locker room ever.
It's locker room talk.
Yeah.
All right. Good stuff, Troy Day. Anything else?
No, I'm good.
You'll be back Thursday?
Yeah, I'll see you Thursday at 5.
All right. We'll
Yeah,
be here
look forward
Thursday,
to it.
5 o'clock. And a lot of guests coming up this week. Jake Agnos, brother of Zach. Remember him, the lefty for the Pirates, who will join us coming up on Wednesday. And we'll talk to Joe Katz, the play-by-play voice of Coastal Carolina baseball, coming up on Thursday as we continue to preview the Greenville Regional.
All right, sounds good. Thanks to Ryan Robinson for joining us as we kicked off the show. Get your tickets in now, ticket order in now if you want to go see this in advance, because I think it's going to sell out very quickly. It could happen tonight, at least by tomorrow, Clip.
That reminds me, more on the ECU front, coming up Wednesday with Eric Ward from marketing. He'll join us tomorrow on the show as well to give you updates on all that, other info you need to know heading into Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and potentially Monday. This thing could end Sunday, depending on who wins and loses. Could go all the way to next Monday at 1 o'clock. So we shall see. Going to be an exciting weekend and maybe 2 weeks here in Greenville. It's awesome.
I don't want to get ahead of ourselves,
I know.
but you got to think about it. It's a real possibility.
Good
3 wins away.
Looking forward to it. All right, let's take a time out, come back. Brian Bailey joins us when we return on the other side. Also, Stephen Igoe at 4 o'clock. And our buddy Bryce Williams coming up today at 5.
Dang.
Who this past weekend was at Shane Carden's bachelor weekend in Scottsdale, Arizona.
How did I miss that?
I don't think you were invited.
I have to message Shane. He's cut me out of the loop.
You had a late. You were trying to meet Lane
Kiffin was
Kiffin.
there, though.
That's where Lane
Lane
was.
was there.
Y'all gonna be jealous when I'm hanging out with Lane Kiffin next year.
All right. Well, yeah, you're right.
He looks like he'd be a fun guy to hang out with. I think I could be friends with Lane.
I know you do.
No, don't you? I think he's got a fun, cool personality.
He does. He does.
Yeah.
We'll see you Thursday.
All right, sounds good.
Take a time out. Come back after this.
This is Talbot Green with Angel Oak Home Loans. The real estate market is extremely competitive right now. The importance of being pre-qualified is absolute must before you begin shopping for a new home. At Angel Oak, we offer a wide variety of programs ranging from conventional, government, and portfolio loans that fit most financial situations. To get started, contact Talbot Green, Braxton Green, Joanne Weir, or Wanda Hager at 751-2060.
NMLS 1719250, Equal Housing Lender.
Volleyball players need to be able to jump higher, dig lower, and move faster. Our athletic movement program at Kinetic this summer is just for volleyball players at ages 13 to 17. It's a 6-week program starting June 13th where you will learn the secrets on how to be more explosive, how to get the ball faster, and how to serve with power. Team up with our sports performance coaches and other players to sharpen your athletic ability and take your game to the next level. Sign up today at kptonline.com.
East Coast Grading and Utilities is your source for clearing, hauling dirt, and concrete work. East Coast Grading and Utilities handles all sewer and water issues as well.
I'm David Vaughn. Whether putting in a new subdivision or helping you with any and all of your drainage problems, I can get the job done. Call me at 531-7494.
No job is too big or too small. East Coast Grading and Utilities. Friends helping friends. 531-7494 for East Coast Grading and Utilities.
The Rick House is Eastern North Carolina's premier American-style restaurant and bourbon bar with daily specials. And here's the lineup. Mondays feature $7 margaritas and half-price appetizers. Tuesday is stuffed seafood night. Wednesday is date night. Thursday is roasted smoked lamb chop night. Fridays is prime rib night. And Saturday is Italian night and is also Fred and Wilma night with our 36-ounce bone-in tomahawk steak just like the Flintstones. And on Sunday, it's our legendary brunch from 10 to 2. The Rick House, American Provisions and Spirits, 710 Red Banks Road beside the bowling alley in Greenville.
Hi, this is Jeff Charles, and welcome inside the booth. One of the game's all-time great hitters reached a milestone last month. We'll have more in a moment.
Baltimore Orioles baseball.
Chirinos, a line drive out to left field. Randy Arozarena, he bobbles it. Oh my goodness! Urias comes home. Odor arrives at third. Robinson Chirinos is safe. Runners on the corners, and they cut the lead 6-4.
Catch all the action right here on Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
39-year-old Miguel Cabrera recorded career hit number 3,000 for the Detroit Tigers last month. He is one of only 7 players in history to accomplish 3,000 hits and 500 home runs. He is one of the greatest hitters of all time and a first ballot Hall of Famer. Miggy is from Venezuela, the best player that country has ever produced. He's not perfect. He's had his share of issues off the field in his personal life. He's battled alcoholism and has fathered 2 children with a former mistress who took him to court over a child support dispute. Through it all, he's reached milestones few have ever achieved on the diamond. Next year, it'll be it. He'll be 40 years old and finishing up his career. He'll go to Cooperstown wearing the Old English D as one of the game's greatest ever hitters. Come on back again next time, and we'll visit inside the booth.
Have you ever seen those exotic aquariums like the guys do in Las Vegas on television? You ever thought about having one of these aquariums in your business? It's more affordable than you think. This is Hal Pruitt with rentafishtank.com. We can make having an aquarium in your business turnkey with no work, cleaning, or hassles for you. Rentafishtank.com creates a relaxing atmosphere and keeps children occupied. Rentafishtank.com already services many dental, pediatric, and doctor offices, plus hospitals and senior living centers. Check us out at rentafishtank.com.
Pirate Radio.
We'll strap it on with anybody, anywhere, it doesn't matter. I know this, I want to win or lose with the group that we have in our locker room.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Well, excuse me. Welcome back. Tommy's Express Car Wash. Come experience the difference at Tommy's. Now open at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Doesn't your car deserve it? Visit Tommy's Express Car Wash today. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
All righty. What a week in Clearwater, Florida. And now what a weekend, and hopefully a couple weekends, it'll be here in Greenville, North Carolina. The Greenville Regional begins Friday, 1 o'clock, East Carolina and Coppin State. Friday evening, it'll be Coastal Carolina and Virginia. And then we will go from there after we find out who the winners and losers are on Friday. We'll be with you in the Pirate Radio studios. If you are at work, at home, and want to watch the game with us, we'll have a watch-along coming up at 1 o'clock, and that'll roll right into Friday's edition of Pirate Radio Live. Earlier today, I caught up with Brian Bailey, and it didn't go well. About halfway through the interview, it sounds like he's holding a device that kidnappers have when they're asking for ransom. So I had to cut the interview short. But you will hear part of Bailey talking about his week in Clearwater and the amazing run that the Pirates are on. And we started with the scene yesterday at the Town Bank Tower as we were there. The team was there, coaching staff, everybody watching the selection show, and kind of everybody was in shock, just like we were when the top 8 seeds were announced and East Carolina was included in that. So you'll hear all that coming up with Double B, Brian Bailey, as we talked to him earlier today. BB, how you doing?
Great. How are you?
Hey, doing great. And I want to talk about your Clearwater trip, but let's talk about Monday. You were in the room when it was announced that ECU received that 8th overall seed. There was a lot of shock in that room. Were you as surprised as just about everybody else when you heard that news yesterday?
I really was. I mean, we were talking about the fact that, could East Carolina host if they ran the table, and then we kind of felt confident down in Clearwater that if the Pirates ran the table, they would get a host role, but getting into that top 8, that was just stunning. And they basically announced it. They flashed up and they said, "Let's take a look at our top 8 seeds." And they showed the watch party at all of the 8 schools, and East Carolina was in the bottom right corner. I mean, it was. I was stunned. I said, I think everybody kind of looked and said, "Does that mean we're number 8?"
Yeah.
And then they kind of waited and kind of found out, yes, indeed. It was number 8.
And we weren't the only. I mean, we're talking about Cliff Godwin. I remember he told you afterwards, right, Bailey, that he kind of had to make sure his brain was reading what he thought he was reading. It was one of those things where you knew East Carolina was going to be a host, but that graphic right there, everybody had a stunned look before they had an excited look, I think.
Yeah, they really did. And, it's a testament for what they've done with the 18-game winning streak and, the American regular season champion, the American tournament championship, and and hosting for a 4th straight time. What is the stat that East Carolina and Stanford is only 2 to host the last 4 years?
Yep.
I mean, that's crazy. That's just unbelievable for what East Carolina has done with Coach Godwin and Jeff Palumbo and the whole Austin Knight, the whole staff. I mean, they're fun to watch, and I'm telling you, and I've asked this question to Coach Godwin or kind of made the comment so many times, but it's a book, and the chapters are different. You don't know how they're going to win it. They're just going to figure out a way to win it, and they have for 18 times in a row.
It really is a remarkable run, and it's hard to put into words and to wrap your head around, because everything ECU took care of their own business, and they got some help from other places. Mully was talking about that yesterday when we went on on Facebook and YouTube for a little while after the selection show. But you had a result that helped you in the SEC tournament and the Big 12 tournament on Sunday. Some other teams dropped out. I mean, we were talking about a week and a half ago being the 2 or 3 at Virginia, right? And now they're coming here to Greenville. So everything the Pirates had to do, they handled their own business and even got some assistance around the country as well.
I think that's the hard part when you look at, RP. I think the basic thought that we all had in Clearwater was, even if the Pirates run the table, the RPI for the American wasn't very good, and your RPI is just not going to jump like it did. But it jumped like it did because of other factors that you really, it's just hard to sit down there and look and say, if they lose, they lose, they lose. And it was like a perfect storm, and people started losing, and all of a sudden the Pirates jumped in that number 8 slot.
Brian Bailey joining us, East Carolina regular season champs, also conference tournament champs. I read that they were only one of 3 schools to do that, Bailey, to run both the regular season and the conference tournament. You were there in Clearwater last week. Heck, I remember Bailey at the beach last Monday talking to Gary Overton about if they run the table, could they host? And even he said, you never say never, but the odds are kind of far away from doing that, and sure enough, they go down there, they win 4 games, they don't lose a game, take care of business, and I know you had a fun week there in Florida.
Yeah, we did, and when we were talking on that Monday, I think the RPI for East Carolina was somewhere around 20, if I remember right. I mean, you're not even close to. You're trying to inch up to get in that top 16, and then you're not guaranteed a slot. But yeah, the way the numbers were crunched and what all went on was fascinating. And the games themselves in Clearwater. I mean, this is a Pirate team that just kind of goes to work. They all get along really well. There's no internal problems. I think they were galvanized by what happened earlier in the year, and just how far away is that Bryant sweep now?
Man,
it seems like years ago.
It does. It absolutely does. And the way this team came together, Jacob Jenkins-Coward, we talked about him being snubbed on the all-conference team, so all he does is go out and be the tournament MVP. Of course, did it with the bat and then had that great catch and spike as well, Bailey.
Yeah, I wanted to ask Zach Agnew how he hit as well as he did and not get the MVP. I didn't do the numbers on Zach's final batting average for the tournament, but he was at 800 through 2 games. And he was unbelievable. But I could see Jacob Jenkins-Coward being the MVP too, because it was 2 big 3-run homers in both those games. That pretty much set the tone. And the home runs were basically the same, opposite field shot. Towering fly ball, got up in the wind, and he's a really nice kid. I enjoyed talking to him a couple of times during the tournament. It was a fun trip to Clearwater. I mean, they do a great job down there with the event, and the teams all like the American. They work with us really well. It's a good time.
Well, Bailey, it sounds like now that you're doing a ransom call and using some kind of voice modulator. So I guess we'll let you go. This is all karma for me not calling you earlier when I was supposed to.
It's funny you said it because I got on the road at exactly the time.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have any problems.
I know.
You finally got me.
I screwed it up, and this is instant karma for me, and I'll take that. And I guess we'll let you go today. But Bailey, we'll try to track you down later this week. We'll certainly see you Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and maybe into Monday out at Clark LeClaire Stadium. I know Channel 9 will be covering it all, so we'll get back in touch with you sometime this week, BB.
Yeah, we got a big weekend because we've got certain teams in the state championships in high school and got East Carolina, so it's going to be a great sports weekend.
All right, send Brian Bailey your ransom money, and we'll talk to you again soon, BB. There's Brian Bailey, either underwater or...
Was that an alien?
Breaking news, Brian Bailey is an alien.
Oh, wow.
So there's Double B, had some phone issues there, so we'll try to track them down.
So which one was funnier to you? Bailey turning into an alien halfway through an interview, or Jeff Charles with the consistent beeping?
I thought about that, Shirley, and I really want to play that. So
you want me to pull it up?
Can we take a break and come back and play
Absolutely.
the Jeff Charles call where he kept hitting the...
I don't know if I've ever heard this.
Oh, man. It was I want to say it was Bud Light pregame tailgate.
It was. It was during the pregame show.
And I could not stop
How
laughing.
long ago? Do we know?
This was years ago. I mean, we'll find out when we pull it up.
All right, cool deal.
Let's take a break. We'll wrap up hour number 1. Stephen Igoe, Hoist the Colors, joins us hour 2. Bryce Williams, fresh off of a bachelor party trip with Shane Carden. And sources say he may have found Hogan's goat over the weekend. So
Twice.
We'll see if Bryce has any stories for us coming up in hour 3 of today's show. A lot more to go. Pirate Radio Live here on a Monday. Wait, it's Tuesday. It's Tuesday.
It is.
All right, we're back after this.
The Wood Ducks are at Granger Stadium this upcoming week versus the Charleston River Dogs, May 31st through June 5th. If you were at the Wednesday game on the 25th, bring your ticket this Wednesday for free entry. Saturday, there will be a pregame concert, and the first 1,000 fans will receive a Hawaiian button-down shirt sponsored by Down East Homes. Go online to get your tickets in advance at woodducksbaseball.com or at the box office the day of the game. Hope to see you at Granger Stadium cheering on the Wood Ducks. Go Woodies! Christie's Europub is the perfect place to relax, grab a bite, and enjoy a drink. Located in the heart of Greenville and just a few blocks from ECU's campus, Christie's offers lunch, dinner, and late night with live music every Sunday. Come and have brunch Monday through Friday from 11 to 3 or Saturday and Sunday from 11 to 4. Scratch cooking takes time, so relax and enjoy a pint at Christie's Europub today. For the latest information, check them out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, or visit them online at christieseuropub.com.
This isn't your regular cola, so this isn't your regular cola ad. No beach parties or family barbecues here, just Nitro Pepsi, the first cola ever infused with nitrogen. So forget everything you thought you knew about soda, because that nitrogen gives us a whole new experience. Think an infusion of smaller bubbles for a cola that's got a lighter, smoother texture. And don't get me started on the pour. You don't pour this like any other cola. We're talking turn the can completely upside down and watch as those bubbles cascade into the glass to create a frothy, luxurious foam topping. Can your cola do that? I didn't think so. Unless you've got your own Nitro Pepsi, in which case cheers to your great taste. Because you already know that the only thing better than the pour is the unapologetic cola taste. What else is there to say? From the creamy foam to the smooth texture to its unbelievably delicious flavor, this is cola like you've never had it before. Time to bring your taste buds to the next frontier. New Nitro Pepsi. Smooth, creamy, delicious.
It's bow time. Our biscuit makers know a thing or two about scratch-made buttermilk biscuits.
Actually, it's 49.
That's right, 49 savory steps. So yeah, we know biscuits like the back of our hand. Because, well, these buttermilk biscuits are...
made by hand.
Yep, that Southern know-how is our bread and butter. And if you're still wondering what makes a Bojangles biscuit so good, well, just ask your mouth. Yep, that's what we thought. Come celebrate Bo's Buttermilk Biscuit Month with a scratch-made Cajun Filet biscuit. It's bow time.
Pirate fans, the 2022 football season is going to be one for the record books. East Carolina is coming off a 7-win bowl season, and 2022 is shaping up to be even better. The Pirates need you to pack Dowdy-Ficklen Stadium this fall with a great home slate that includes in-state rival North Carolina State. The American Conference schedule features home games against UCF, Memphis, Houston, and Navy. Season tickets are on sale for as low as $125. Get your tickets today by visiting ECUPirates.com.
Warren's Hot Dog Pizza, homemade lemonade.
Hey, Pirate Nation, Warren's now has 2 locations. In Greenville across from Ron Ayers Motorsports and the Chocowinity location next to the fire department. Stop in today for hot dogs, pizza, subs, apple and peach turnovers, homemade lemonade, and breakfast in Chocowinity featuring homemade cheese, ham and chicken biscuits, plus sausage dogs and more. Warren's Hot Dogs. Want some? Get some. Go Pirates.
Before anyone walks into your business, the outside is what they see. Make sure your first impression is a good impression with the right curb appeal. Hi, this is Daniel Andrews from Dan Andrews Lawn Service. We specialize in making your business look great. Let us handle all your professional landscaping needs. We do it all so you don't ever have to worry. Residential services are also available. Call us today at 717-8006 and we'll come out and give you a free quote. Taking care of your landscaping needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Lawn Service, covering all of Eastern North Carolina.
Pirate Radio. Blah, blah, blah. This. Blah, 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 blah. Is. Blah. Pirate. Blah, blah. Radio.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. University PC Care has been Pirate Nation's go-to IT expert since 2006, and they are the local tech support experts for any of your business needs. Let University PC Care take care of it so you can take care of business. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now let's head back into Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
Alrighty, back with you, wrapping up hour number 1 of Pirate Radio Live. You just heard from Brian Bailey inside a water tank, as his phone was not cooperating with us. Coming up in hour 2, Stephen Igoe joins us in studio, so hopefully we won't have those issues. And we talked about it before the break. Reminded us of another great phone moment when we talked to the voice, Jeff Charles. It was on, I want to say, an early morning edition of the Bud Light pregame tailgate, getting ready for kickoff. And we're doing our weekly chat with Jeff Charles, previewing the game. And for some reason, he kept pressing the buttons, like the number buttons on his phone, and he didn't know he was doing it for a while, and I think I kind of lost it. And let's hear it, Shirley. This is I forgot to look at what year this is from, but it's from years ago.
Yes.
All right, let's hear it.
Then they got a chance to stay in the game, and you know what? When a team is down this thing, is Clip to stay focused and to stay confident. So that helped them in this game. If they're off to a good start, there has to be a lot of doubts in the players' minds right now the first 2 weeks. So if some positive things happen in the first and also, getting into the second quarter and you're in the game, playing a lot better, I think that'll help the confidence of these guys.
All right, I believe Jeff Charles is using a different phone, which is why you hear, it sounds like you keep hitting buttons, Jeff. I know you're not doing it on purpose.
By the way, that was 2017, and yes, he was using Cy Seymour's phone because his phone he couldn't find his phone at the moment.
Yeah.
He had misplaced his phone and had to borrow Cy's phone.
Does Cy's phone have the giant number buttons on it?
I don't know, but that was so
and then as I was explaining what was happening, all I heard as I was saying that is beep, beep, beep.
You only got 40 seconds of that conversation. It went way longer than that. We were both in tears by the time that conversation ended.
And he was just like, well, Clip, I don't know what's going on here. I'm using someone else's phone. So beep, beep, beep.
It sounded like he was cussing up a storm.
Yeah.
And they beat
And if the Pirates want to beep. Yeah.
September 16th, 2017.
A day that will live in infamy.
You could just tell he was talking about a crappy football team.
So what year did you say? 17?
2017.
What was that, Igoe?
After JMU and West Virginia kicked the tail.
So yeah, I'm glad we had that moment to brighten our spirits then. But thank you, voice, for that iconic phone moment here on Pirate Radio. All right, let's take by the way, Susan Deans, she got kind of one of her wishes. She wanted David Tepper to fire somebody.
Yeah.
But she wanted Matt Rule fired. They've already fired the soccer coach?
Yeah, and I'm not paying much attention to Charlotte FC, but this is their first year. This is their very first year.
Yeah, are they even halfway through their first season?
And I don't think the season's even over yet.
No, it's not.
And they packed the stadium.
Well, they did for the first game.
The first game, the whole stadium was filled. Now, they do pack that bottom bowl, but the upper deck, but Charlotte FC has already relieved their coach of his duties. And, the season's not even over yet, and it's inaugural season.
Jonathan says Jeff Charles was talking in Morse code. If anybody knows Morse code, if they could translate what Jeff was saying there.
Then they got a chance to stay in the game. And you know what? When a team is down this
he's saying, help me, Clip. Fire Scotty Montgomery.
To stay focused and to stay confident. So that helped them in this
Jeff
game.
Comper out of here.
Don't let Gardner
There has to be a lot of doubts in the
Hire James Madison's coach.
The first 2 weeks. So if some positive things in the first and also getting into the second quarter and you're in the game, playing a lot better.
Flair.
I think that'll help the confidence of these guys.
All right, I believe Jeff Charles is using a different phone, which is why you hear, it sounds like you keep hitting buttons, Jeff. I know you're not doing it on purpose.
And see, Jeff is such a serious guy.
That's what makes it funny. If it was anybody else, it wouldn't be that funny.
It's still funny. After all these years, it's still funny.
All right. Steve Young, not that Steve Young, asks, what are the strengths and weaknesses of the UVA squad coming into Greenville? Stephen Igoe has all those answers on the other side because he knows this Cavaliers team from top to bottom. We'll talk Pirate Baseball Greenville Regional with Igoe coming up hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live, and it is on the way after this.
Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of Pirates and ENC. Open 7 days a week from noon until 2 a.m., the Buck features live music every night of the week. Tuesday is karaoke with DJ Captain Morgan. Wednesday is acoustic night. Thursday is the DJ dance party. And Friday and Saturday nights, it's live bands. Check out the Buck's Facebook or Instagram page for more information. The Buccaneer Music Hall. We'll see you at the Buck.
Lend a helping hand to children and families in your community and become part of our village. Currently serving over 5,000 children and families in North Carolina annually, Youth Villages helps children with emotional and behavioral issues and young adults aging out of foster care live successfully. You can become an ally today by supporting those in your community who need it the most. Go to youthvillages.org/North Carolina to make a financial donation today.
Hey O's fans, 2022 Orioles single game tickets are on sale now. Come celebrate the 30th anniversary of Oriole Park at Camden Yards with tickets starting as low as $10. Relive your favorite moments and make new memories this season. Choose from your favorite homestands when the O's take on the New York Yankees, Washington Nationals, and Boston Red Sox, or fan favorite giveaways like Birdland Hawaiian shirt and collectible bobbleheads. Experience the ballpark that forever changed baseball. Buy now at Orioles.com/tickets.
Temperatures are in the low 30s at 10 a.m., increasing sharply to 75 degrees by 1 p.m., and then dropping into the teens by 10 p.m. So before you go to work, put on some gloves, pack some shorts, and a parka. That should cover you for the day.
Your heating and cooling take a beating. Guarantee your system is ready when you need it. Call Delcor. Buy a new train system and make no payments until 2023. It's hard to stop a train. With inflation and high gas prices, you don't need another payment. So buy this month and make no payments until 2023. Delcor, the service professionals.
Welcome to U.S. Cellular. Yeah, hi. I want a new phone for free, but not just any phone. I want the newest, fastest, most storage holding 5G unlimited data using phone in here for free. Sure, your choice. Really? Yep.
At U.S. Cellular, we put you first. So choose any phone from any brand free. Plus, get unlimited data for just $30 a month. U.S. Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for U.S. Cellular since 1997. Visit AtlanticWireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
You've worked hard to make your business successful, and that's why it's really important to always have a bank in your corner when you need them. This is former ECU baseball player Ashley Capps from First Bank, and our experienced team of local bankers includes Lee Watson, Bonner Latham, Chris Richards, Josh Hooten, and Heath Nisbet. To get the business services that are right for your business today, come and see someone on our team at First Bank on Arlington Boulevard here in Greenville. First Bank, together with our customers, we're creating a world where individuals and communities thrive.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is Martin Truex Jr., and as a NASCAR Cup Series champion, I love one-stop shopping. When I need fresh tires or fuel during a race, my pit crew takes care of everything. Off the track, I have an Auto Owners Independent Agent. They handle all my insurance in one place: car, home, life, and business. Get your own pit crew and find a local agency with Auto Owners Insurance.
This is Jeff Gibson with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
Introducing new Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, Classic Cola, Cherry Cola, Citrus Soda, and Orange Soda. You hear that? It's seltzer with a pop of soda, all with zero sugar. Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, the loudest flavors ever. Pick up some new Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda at your favorite retailer today. Bud Light, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989, and the official beer of the ECU Pirates.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, W224EI Greenville, WDLX Washington, and W281CH Washington. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash. Come experience the difference at Tommy's. Now open at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Doesn't your car deserve it? Visit Tommy's Express Car Wash today. Now back to the show.
Welcome back. Do you have real estate questions about buying or selling residential or commercial properties? Are you curious about this current real estate market, or do you need a property manager for rental houses? ECU alum Scott Harris and Remax and SD Harris Properties can help answer every question you have and show you a stress-free real estate experience that will be memorable and enjoyable. If you have real estate questions, Scott has answers. Give him a call today at 347-1857. Now let's head back into PRL. Here is your host, Clip Rock.
All righty. Welcome back into the program. Clip Rock, Shirley Rhodes, Chandler Honeycutt, CJ Schaefer, uninvited, is here. Just want to make that distinction.
That's cool.
You're welcome, but I didn't ask you to come in here.
That's cool.
All right. And I did ask Stephen Igoe to come on a Tuesday because we are got a lot of guests coming up on Wednesday, including one Jake Agnos, brother of Zach, dominator of a Greenville Regional years ago. What year did he take down NC State, Igoe?
19.
When the Pirates lost to Quinnipiac. What's the pronunciation? Quinnipiac. And they lost to them, had to come back through the losers bracket, did it, and it was a really fun run in Greenville. They'll try to do the same, but this time stay in the winners bracket as they did a year ago this weekend at the Greenville Regional. Let's welcome in to the show Stephen Igoe by playing his intro, Shirley Rhodes. Do we have that ready? We do.
I go, I go, I go, I go, he's the one you know. I go, I go, I go, I go, I go, he's Big Boomer's bro. I go, I go, I go, I go, I go, he's good at MLB The Show. I go, I go, I go, I go, I go.
Where did Chandler go?
I go, I go, I go, I go, I go. I'm sitting right here, bro. I go, I go, I go, I go, I go. This song continues to grow. I go, I go, I go, I go.
All right.
Wow, y'all really mailed that one in.
I forgot about that part.
So the song gets longer every week. This is going to be just...
It's already bad.
Excruciating by the time we get to football season.
I looked up words that rhyme with go earlier, so we're good.
Oh, we're good. We're going to keep doing this. We're not going to stop at this point.
So this one was this song continues to grow?
Yeah. What's wrong with that? It's a fact.
I'm not saying it's bad or good. I'm just asking what the lyrics were.
One of these days you're going to embrace it and you're going to walk in the building with the Triple H water bottle and you're going to do like the water spit. Right. You're going to love it.
Yeah, well, it's going to be as long as the Undertaker's intro at some point. Do you know who did the... Whose voice was that?
You.
That was Troy D's voice.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Do you feel special?
No.
Okay.
I am surprised, though, that Troy put in the time on that.
He wanted to be a part of it, and he was. That was thrown together. Thank you, Redbeard, because Igoe has moved to Wednesdays now. Redbeard reminded me about 15 minutes before the show started. Said, I hope you did the song. I did not, but we were able to throw something together very quickly. Stephen, yesterday we were at Town Bank Tower. You were saying something to me as they flashed the graphic. I don't know what you were about to say. Probably something very intelligent. Something for me to ponder.
I don't remember.
Do you remember? I remember you saying something, and we looked up.
Yeah.
And they flashed the graphic of the 8 hosts.
That we didn't, like, we kind of knew it was the 8 hosts, but we weren't 100% sure it was the top 8. Everybody did a double take.
We were like, what? Huh? What? Is that it? And
players did the same thing.
The players did the same thing. Cliff Godwin said when he was doing interviews that he even had to take a second to like register what was happening. That's how surprising it was. I feel like they did it without a lot of fanfare. First of all, they just kind of put it up there.
They didn't say like here
we go,
top
folks.
8 seeds.
Yeah.
It was just like, okay, now we're going to unveil I think they said something about the top seeds. And then they showed like just the 8 schools, but you weren't sure if they were just showing all the live feed schools or if like those were the legit 8 in order. And then like a few seconds into the graphic, they were like, and here are the top 8 seeds, and everybody just lost their mind at that point. So
how surprised were you? I mean, you covered this for years, closer than anybody.
Very surprised.
It's a shocker.
I put this on Hoisted Colors this morning, but like, when is the last time East Carolina in any sport got a good draw or a favorable draw?
Like the sports gods were looking out for us.
Or just like people, committee, like, you have a committee or just the power brokers in college athletics. When are they going to help out ECU and put them in the best possible situation, which is essentially what they did here? And they could have easily put ECU 9-16, and there would have been very little pushback nationally. Instead, they put ECU on the 8 line, which has instead led to some questioning from the pundits or whatever. But at the same time, they're like, well, ECU deserves it, and so you can make an argument for why ECU deserves to be there. But usually in that situation, ECU is going to get left out because it's East Carolina. They're not in the ACC. They're not in the Big Ten or whatever, the Big 12, SEC. So I was just stunned that, you can make a case for ECU being a top 8, but for them to actually be a top 8 is just it's hard to fathom, and that's what made it so surreal. Because in 2019, I thought they had an even better case to be there, and they were like number 10.
Yeah, and we talked about how the conference may hurt East Carolina this year because it was so down. East Carolina, the only team from the American to get in. It sounds like this committee really valued conference play because East Carolina, I saw, was one of 3 teams to win the regular season and win their conference championship. And NC State, who didn't get in at all, they were shunned because of series, right? And it didn't have much to do, I guess, with midweek because they beat East Carolina twice. There was a funny moment yesterday when they're showing the first 4 out and everything, and NC State and Old Dominion are on that list, and we happen to be beside the players table, and one of the players on the team says, we're 0-4 against those teams. And they had a chuckle, like,
right.
This is comical. All you can do is laugh. So I guess the committee put a lot of stock into conference play, and East Carolina winning 18 in a row, running off all those series sweeps, running through the conference tournament really turned out to help East Carolina, despite the conference being down.
Yeah, the biggest things were not only being hot at the end of the year, but if you look at several of the reasons why Notre Dame didn't host because they had a poor non-conference strength of schedule. NC State had a poor non-conference strength of schedule. ECU's non-conference strength of schedule was 5. You combine that with the fact they won the tournament, they won the regular season, they dominated the regular season. Even though the American was down, it was still the 7th best conference in RPI, which was ahead of the Big Ten.
Well, that doesn't sound as bad. I assumed it was even further down than that.
It started off at like 9 or 10 and went up to 7. But everybody was like, oh, Maryland deserves to be a national seed because they have 45 wins. They won the Big Ten. Well, the AAC was rated higher than the Big Ten. ECU beat Maryland head-to-head. They had a higher RPI. Their non-conference strength of schedule was 5. Maryland's was like 130. And so I'm just surprised the committee actually looked at all that and was like, hey, let's give this to ECU and not Maryland because they're in the Big Ten. And it's just good to see that, and you can make the argument for why North Carolina would deserve to be over ECU in the top 8 too. Like, they beat ECU 2 out of 3. They won a much tougher conference tournament. But at the end of the day, they went 15-15 in the regular season in their tough conference, and that probably cost them a national seed in the eyes of the committee based off what they decided.
Shocking stuff on Monday, and even Bryson Worrell said, Shirley, can we hit Bryson? It's shocking, but when you tabulate all the work and the run ECU's on, it shouldn't be that surprising. Here's Bryson Worrell, his reaction on the 8 seed.
I mean, when they first showed up there on TV, no one really knew what to think. We saw it pop up, everyone kind of looked around for a second, and then we started celebrating. So definitely kind of surprising to us. I mean, not surprising with the work we put in, but surprising when it got on the TV, and I mean, it's an awesome feeling.
And for this to be the team that does it, I mean, just defying all the odds is incredible. All the All-Americans, all the wins piled up by past teams, for this team to be off to such a rough start to the season and to come back and do this. I mean, you said last week or maybe 2 weeks ago, if they make it to Omaha, you're writing a book. I mean, we are living in a storybook right now, and we'll see how far this thing goes. But this has been just a remarkable run by the Pirates that hopefully everybody can kind of sit back and appreciate what exactly is happening right now, because it's never been done before.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you hope they finish the deal and get there, but I mean, even if they don't, and if they lose the regional, like, it's still been a very successful year, an incredible year given what they're up against. I think Cliff Godwin's best coaching job, and so yeah, just I really hope the fans show up for the regional, which it sounds like they will. But not take it for granted that ECU's hosting for a 4th straight year, because this feels like, they're, I don't want to say their most hard-earned hosting job, but I mean, to win 18 in a row, like, you just can't take that for granted, and it's just crazy because, like, even when I was leaving Clare Stadium after the Houston series, I thought maybe like a 1% chance they would host. Certainly didn't think there was any shot at all at a national seed. Like, I remember talking to Malcolm in the press box after that game, and he was like, we got very little shot to host. And at the time, ECU was like 25 in the RPI. They needed several schools to lose, which ended up happening. Arkansas flamed out in the SEC tournament. Oregon went 0-2 in the Pac-12 tournament. They were a projected host. There were a couple others who I'm forgetting who also flamed out. Virginia, potential host, they flamed out. So, like, it was the perfect storm of about 5 or 6 schools basically falling apart. ECU continuing to win, and I always said the longer you play in the weekend, the more the committee is going to see ECU. Well, ECU keeps winning. ECU's now won 16 in a row. They've won 17 in a row. They've won 18 in a row. And the more that ECU can stay on the mind of the committee, the more they can move up, which is what ended up happening. Now, I never envisioned a national seed, but here we are.
At some point, they had won enough to where they would have hosted, even if they would have lost one, it feels like now, if they're an 8. But they had to get every last one of them to get that 8 seed, and you're talking about all the help they received. They received some help in the Big 12 and SEC on Sunday, right? Or Saturday. Was it maybe Texas losing? It was a 9.
Texas
and was
lost.
It Florida, the other one maybe?
Yeah, Texas lost in the SEC, in the Big 12 championship on Sunday, which affected the seeding. They lost to Oklahoma, I think. If Texas wins that game, maybe they're the 8 and ECU's the 9. And then, Florida losing, even though they're hosting, I believe they're further down the pecking order.
Yeah, so you're right. The Pirates received some help. Also, I remember, it might have been a VIP chat. It was a baseball thread on Hoist the Colors weeks ago. You said East Carolina put in a bid, and at that time it just felt like, window dressing or something.
Right.
And it wouldn't even have mattered. But they put in the bid, and sure enough, they got the regional here. And if they take care of business, a first ever super regional at Clark LeClaire Stadium.
Yeah, I'm trying to be like a coach and not look ahead, but if Texas, if any of those schools come, if ECU's hosting the super regional, regardless, it's going to be a madhouse. But if you throw the Texas Longhorns, like a national premier college sports program coming to ECU with Omaha on the line, I mean,
who will never come here in any other sport.
In any sport.
Yeah.
People are going to be just lined up, hanging around the fences watching this game. And I was talking to somebody today asking, like, is there a scenario where you could put in extra seating? It doesn't sound like they could on short notice, at least as things stand now. But that would be a hot ticket. I mean, obviously this is going to be a great weekend, and ECU's got to get past a very difficult field, which we'll talk about. But just the chance to do that, to know that if you win, you're going to be playing at home, I mean, that just has to give the players that much more juice.
All right, let's get a break in. We'll come back. We will see what Igoe knows about the opponents. We will talk Coastal Carolina baseball here on the show on Thursday, and we'll talk some Virginia baseball too with both of their play-by-play voices at some point this week on Pirate Radio Live. We'll get a brief scouting report on the Cavs, on the Chanticleers, and see if Igoe knows anything about Coppin State as well. That's the 3 teams joining East Carolina in the Greenville Regional. CJ, good stuff. More with CJ Schaefer when we return right after this.
All aboard! Hop on the Emerald Express for a free ride through the Uptown District every Thursday through Saturday from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. The continuous loop begins and ends at GK Butterfield Transportation Center, but you can hop on and off at any of the 13 stops. With stops along Dickinson Avenue, Evans Street, the Town Common, and more, the Emerald Express is the perfect way to travel in the Emerald City. This trolley runs every 20 minutes, but don't worry, the stops are all footsteps away from all the businesses in the Uptown District.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Holt Nailers for my friends at Arc Point Labs. Just as I trust my teammates, you can trust Arc Point Labs to give you quick and accurate results for all your laboratory testing needs. If you are in need of COVID testing for your return to school, work, or for travel, Arc Point Labs is offering same-day PCR and antigen testing with little to no wait time. Please visit any of the 6 Eastern North Carolina Arc Point Labs locations or make an appointment now at onehourcovidresults.com. Go Pirates!
Winslow's Deli is now Fifth Street Hardware, restaurant and tap room. With a brand new look, Fifth Street Hardware also has a brand new menu, serving lunch and dinner every Tuesday through Sunday, and brunch starting at 10:30 on Sundays. What else is new? Well, how about poker every Tuesday night and Trivia Wednesday with DJ Captain Morgan? It's a new look and a new name, but the same great location on Fifth Street beside the State Theater. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram for specials and events. Fifth Street Hardware Restaurant and Tap Room.
The furniture savings have never been better than right now during Bostic Sugg Furniture's Red, White, and Used sale. Savings as high as 70% off clearance items, closeouts, and discontinued items, plus store-wide discounts on new and in-stock merchandise, plus 12 months special financing. We have the looks, the styles you want in stock. Sleep better and save on a quality mattress with 72 months special financing. This Memorial Day, it's all about the Red, White, and You at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
Wings Over delivers. Wings Over delivers. Wings Over delivers. If you're looking for wings to be delivered to your home, Wings Over Greenville has you covered with no third party needed. Wings Over Greenville has its own in-house delivery service. Be sure to celebrate graduation with Wings Over by ordering a large tray of wings, tenders, and waffle fries. Open till 3 a.m. on Friday and Saturday, Wings Over has everything to cure those late night munchies. Give them a call at 758-9464. Wings Over Greenville. They deliver.
Mow like a pro with Hustler Turf zero-turn mowers. They engineer their mowers to be maintenance and service friendly for the everyday homeowner while not sacrificing the build and cut quality they're known for. From the heavy-duty frame to the welded steel deck to their trademark smooth track steering, Hustler Turf zero-turn mowers deliver professional grade cut quality for a perfectly manicured lawn. Come into Ron Ayers Motorsports to see the Hustler difference for yourself today. Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11, north of the airport in Greenville.
Have you ever seen those exotic aquariums like the guys do in Las Vegas on television? You ever thought about having one of these aquariums in your business? It's more affordable than you think. This is Hal Pruitt with rentafishtank.com. We can make having an aquarium in your business turnkey with no work, cleaning, or hassles for you. Rentafishtank.com creates a relaxing atmosphere and keeps children occupied. Rentafishtank.com already services many dental, pediatric, and doctor offices, plus hospitals and senior living centers. Check us out at rentafishtank.com.
I'm Michael Vaughn with East Coast Grading and Utilities. Many of you know my dad, David Vaughn, and his work in putting in subdivisions all over Pirate Nation. But East Coast Grading and Utilities is not just for those type of big jobs. We're here for the homeowners. Whether it's concrete, driveways, hauling rock, or sand, whatever you need, East Coast Grading and Utilities can get the job done. Call us at 252-531-7494 or check us out on Facebook at East Coast Grading and Utilities.
This is Tim Doust, ECU Football Special Teams Coordinator, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
This hour of PRL is brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash. Come experience the difference at Tommy's. Now open at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Doesn't your car deserve it? Visit Tommy's Express Car Wash today. Now back to the show.
Welcome back. Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects. maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. David Price Construction, the proud ECU home services partner. Give them a call today at 919-291-5532 or visit them online at davidpriceconstruction.com. Now let's head back into PRL. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
All right. Thank you, Shirley Reeves. There is a baseball opening. Kendall Rogers says that Clemson has parted ways with Monty Lee. Is that how you pronounce it? Monty? Yeah. Full Monty. Monty Lee, after 7 seasons with the program, he guided Clemson to a 35-23 record, missed the NCAA tournament. Clemson in that tough ACC this year. We'll see one of those ACC teams here. Last week, at this time, at least 2 weeks ago, we were talking about Virginia being a possibility, Igoe, as a destination for East Carolina in a regional. Instead, the Cavaliers are coming here, along with Coastal Carolina, along with Coppin State, East Carolina, the host. So we had a question earlier about UVA. What do you know about the Cavaliers this year, Igoe?
I'm going to be diving more into them in the coming days, but just preliminary research, they can hit the crap out of the baseball. They've got several good hitters. I think they have one guy with 19 home runs. One of their best players, his offensive numbers are actually down, Kyle Till, but he's a very capable hitter, former all-conference guy, and they've got good stuff on the mound. They've been a little inconsistent, but, I mean, they'll have as talented arms as anybody in the regional. They've got 2 primary starters. Both are left-handed. Both have a high number of strikeouts. Pretty good bullpen. And, I mean, if you look at their results from early in the year, they're just scoring runs like crazy as far as double-digit runs. And they got on a roll there. And then they've kind of cooled down a little bit since that time. But, I mean, they definitely have legitimate Omaha talent. They were in the College World Series last year for a reason. They have struggled away from home as opposed to playing at home, so I think that's an advantage for ECU.
You'd much rather get them here than there. 29-5 at home was Virginia this year. 7-10 away, 2-2 at neutral sites. So they have certainly been a lot better in Charlottesville than they have on the road. Virginia and Coastal Carolina will go at it coming up on Friday night. How about the Chanticleers, Igoe?
Just from looking at their stats, really solid all-around team. They're hitting .290. I think they have an ERA near 4. They, too, have 2 very good starters, one a righty, the other a lefty. Be very interesting to see what the pitching matchup is. If you kind of look at Coastal and UVA, they both kind of flip-flopped their number 1s kind of this season between, along with their number 2s. And so I'm interested to see how they play the opener. Obviously, they got to throw their best guy, because they got to win that first game, and it's a very tough opener. Usually Coastal is extremely offensive and not as much pitching depth. I mean, this year they're good offensively, but they're not dominant like some in past years, but still a very good team. The Sun Belt, very good baseball league this year, and they went on a run the second half of the year similar to ECU, I think like 25-5 or something down the stretch. So they got hot as well, and again, any of these 3 teams could easily win this regional, and I would not be surprised in the least.
How about 17-2 over Clemson on May 17th, 16-1 over Wilmington. Now, those are midweek games, but impressive wins. They took a series from Georgia Southern, who Georgia Southern is a host, correct, and took that on the road. Looking at some other opponents, Wake Forest lost to them at least once on the year. Once, and then beat them once. 4-3 in Conway. They were swept by North Carolina in Chapel Hill, but look at the scores of those games: 4-3, 4-0, 4-3. So played them tough, didn't get any wins there. And then I don't know how impressive this is. Rutgers was looked at as a snub, Igoe, right? Yeah. And they beat them 15-10. Also beat the Big Ten's Illinois Fighting Illini 6-2. So you look at them; it looks like they played a pretty good schedule. And then you say that the Sun Belt kind of underrated too, right?
Yeah, they lost the series to Texas State, but Texas State's now their number 2 seed in the field, regular season champ in the Sun Belt. Georgia Southern got in, Coastal got in, and I can't remember if anybody else from the league got in, but like Louisiana Lafayette, really good. A couple other teams in that league that are strong. So, there's no doubt. Coastal, I mean, tradition-rich baseball program, and I'm honestly excited about the possibility of seeing Coastal and ECU playing baseball because, outside of the one regional, I think in 2008 in Conway, I don't know how recently they've played.
Somebody had put that Coastal played here in the early 2000s, I want to say. I don't remember that, but I do remember ECU losing to Coastal.
Yeah, they got smacked pretty good in that regional.
And
that team was, they could hit. I think they beat ECU like 21-12 or something in the final. Of course, that was also the aluminum bat era where Corey Kemp was hitting like 7 home runs a game for ECU.
So
it's just
he can do that now.
Different brand of baseball.
Coppin State, I go 24-28 overall, 17-13 in conference play. They win their conference tournament, and they are in. And CJ, what do you know about Coppin State?
I know this is the second straight MEAC champion we're hosting.
Okay, that's a good call.
I mean, last year Norfolk State gave ECU a pretty good run, so. And I think we're learning from 2019, right? You can't really take you got to take your 4 seed seriously.
Let's see, the last 3 home regionals, ECU in 2018. Now UNCW was a different animal; they shouldn't have been a 4, but ECU beat them in the opening game, but was eventually eliminated by UNCW, the 4 seed. 2019 lost to Quinnipiac in the first game. 2021 trailed Norfolk State 2-0 or something like that at the end of the first inning. They started Wisenhunt; he got hit pretty good. So, yeah, last year I would say on paper Norfolk State was probably the worst 4 seed or one of the worst in the field. Coppin State, again, this year, on paper you get a favorable 4 seed if you're ECU, but last year shows me that you can't take any of those teams for granted. They're going to come in with their hair on fire. They've also got one of the best two-way players in the country, Jordan Hamburg, who is a lefty on the mound. He's hitting like 355, can steal some bases. So, again, ECU should win that game, but it's baseball, man. If they go out there and they start Hamburg or whoever, he has a good game, then you could easily lose the game 4-3 if the Pirates, don't show up or play tight, that sort of thing.
Hamburg, their leading hitter at 355, also pitches, you say, Steven? He's going at it Friday?
Yeah, so he's been their Sunday guy for most of the year, but you look at the conference tournament, they started him in the opening game. So I would think that if they started him in the opening game of the conference tournament, he's probably the guy they feel best about. They do have another pitcher. Can't think of his name, but he's also been their Friday night guy for most of the year. He's got like a 5 ERA. But not a ton of pitching depth. I mean, and they play – the MEAC is an extremely weak baseball league. And so, like, they haven't played anybody inside the top 100 all year in the RPI. Yeah. So, I mean, it's going to be a different level of competition. But Norfolk State was the same way last year, and they didn't show much fear at all.
So, do you have any specific names you're looking at that could hurt ECU offensively or on the mound?
Certainly, Marcos Castillo really comes to mind for me. 40 RBIs on the year, 13 doubles. So, guard the lines when Marcos comes up to bat.
Good stats.
Good call. I mean, Jordan.
Steven, how about you?
Jordan Hamburg is a John Olerud two-way semi-finalist. And if you're a Seattle Mariners fan like myself, you remember the John Olerud helmet and all in first base.
He's a Blue Jay.
But he was part of the 116 team in Seattle in 2001.
All right.
Either way, two-way star, and so you have a stud like that, you always have a chance.
John Olerud. Where did he go to college, Steven?
Oregon State. That's a complete guess.
Indiana.
Let's see if he went to college. Might have just came right out, huh? He played varsity basketball and golf, of course. He played at Washington State, Steven. Wow. You were very close to that somehow.
He's a West Coast guy.
He is a Hall of Famer and played for multiple teams. All right.
Hall of Famer. He's not an MLB Hall of Famer, is he?
He's in some Hall of Fame.
I know he was good, but there's no way he's a pro baseball Hall of Famer.
John Olerud. John Olerud.
Nickname Johnny O. I can't say that I remember that one.
Base. You know what? This is hilarious. I had Carlos Delgado in the Hall of Fame, and there was a discrepancy. Carlos Delgado was good.
He was good.
He had a lot of home runs.
He was really good for a while. Sweet swing.
It was pointed out. It was like, no way. Carlos Delgado is not in the Hall of Fame. I'm like, dude, check his Wikipedia. He's in the Hall of Fame. He and John Olerud are members of the Canadian Baseball Hall of Fame.
Yeah, what's interesting is you look at the Wikipedia page and it says member of the Canadian in one color, and then it says Baseball Hall of Fame in the other color.
You see how I could be
I could easily
mistaken.
see the confusion there.
So John Olerud was introduced into the Canadian Baseball Hall of Fame. Somebody needs to fix this on Wikipedia. I'll take the blame for it, but come on, guys, let's clean up our acts a little bit on Wikipedia.
I mean, the dude hit. No, he just
sorry.
exited out. Never mind.
He was a good player. All right, enough of John Olerud. He's not going to be here.
Should John? Do I need to start an Edgar Martinez like?
Nah, I don't think he's a Hall of Famer.
No,
he's a Hall of Very Good. I would say Delgado is more of a Hall of Famer than
Didn't Scott Rowland get in the Hall of Fame? Like, is he that good, or is it maybe they're just discussing if he should be in or not?
Scott Rowland was a great defensive.
I feel
player.
like he is in the Hall of Fame or the Hall of Very Good.
Yeah, he is not in the Hall of Fame. But the Baseball Hall of Fame is weird, too. Guys will just sit there for 8 years, and we talk about them.
Go to another committee.
Yeah. All right. Igoe, East Carolina, is this like a regional by committee for ECU pitching-wise? This is going to be the strangest setup we've seen for East Carolina pitching-wise in a regional. I mean, we're just going to have guys eat innings, and there's going to be not a lot of rhyme or reason to it, right?
They're going to be one of the most unorthodox teams in the field as far as pitching. And like, I feel like if you look at ECU right now, the only guy that I would say 100% is going to start a game this weekend is CJ Mayhew.
Yeah.
Like, other than that, I don't know. I mean, Jake Hunter started last weekend, didn't get an out. You know, he's been solid before that. Josh Groves has pitched really good. So I assume he will start a game. But like Cliff Godwin said, does it really even matter? Because if you get 3 to 4 innings, the first 3 or 4 innings matter, but you almost just want to get to the middle of the game. And somebody asked me today in the VIP chat to kind of rank the pitchers or tab them as starters, relievers, closers. And basically, I'm like, that's impossible, man. So I'm just going to put them in tiers. And in tier 1, I had CJ Mayhew, Carter Spivey, Garrett Saylor as your top guys. And, like, those are the guys you feel good about. Doesn't matter if it's starting, bullpen, whatever. So, like, ECU's just got to find a way, in my estimation, to win the first game using whoever you can. There's the argument out there that you got to throw CJ Mayhew, whatever. To me, I almost would start Groves, try to win that first game without him. If you need to bring in Spivey or Saylor, you do it. But I would try to get through that game without using those 3 and then use those 3 in game 2 because that's the most important game of the regional.
So worst comes to worst, would you, I guess, consider a strategy of like try to use maybe one of those guys a day if you've got 3 guys in your first tier?
Yeah, I mean, you could look at it that way because, I mean, we've seen like Spivey. Now, let's say even if it's game 1, maybe you start Groves, maybe you start whoever, and you're losing 3-0. Well, you can bring in Spivey in the 4th inning, and if he gets on a roll, you can leave him in the rest of the game.
Right, because these are all, you could consider them long relievers.
Yeah, they can go. I mean, Saylor's gone 4 or 5 innings. So, I mean, you can get in a situation where if you need to go to them out of the bullpen in game 1, you can. The perfect setup would be ideally you make it through that first game, offense shows up, which, again, is tough to count on. Just it's a regional, anything can happen. But if you could do that and get to the second day with those 3 guys in your arsenal, I think you feel good if you're ECU and you take your shot with that. But, it's much easier said than done. That's something the coaching staff has to weigh. And also, if you do fall into the loser's bracket, I do think ECU's in a position now you can bring back guys multiple days because everybody goes 3 innings or 2 innings or 1 inning. Like your Savage can pitch every day because he basically just gets 2 outs. Danny Bill, quality middle reliever. We've seen Ben Terwilliger go 2-3 innings. So, I look today, you've really got 11 or so arms that have been pitching fairly consistently this season. You've got 9 guys, I think you feel, 8 or 9 guys you feel really good about. And then, of course, Spivey, Saylor, and Mayhew are kind of your horses.
And you haven't even mentioned a guy like Zach Agnos yet, who has stepped up late in games pretty often this year.
Yeah, he's been that clutch, like 6th, 7th inning, ECU's in a jam, let's put him in. He's going to throw strikes. He can, give you a different look. Ryder Giles has kind of been, a little bit forgotten about, but like if there's a matchup thing and this team struggles to hit.
Well, there's that, or he could be a bridge guy. If you're up 3-4 runs, he can try to eat a few innings for
he's going to throw strikes, and he'll give up contact, but if you make a team beat you rather than walk the bases loaded or whatever, you're going to have a much better chance to win. So, I just feel like they're in a good spot. It sounds stupid to say because they don't have any starting pitching really, but like they're in a good spot because they can match up. They can get a guy to go 1 inning. They can get a guy to go 3 innings. It all depends on the situation. Basically, regardless of what the situation is, they have a guy who can come in that spot.
I guess in some sense, if you go to whatever game and the opposing team can't really predict your starter, you could look at that as a positive, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, and two, they don't know who you're going to go to out of the bullpen. And it's tough if you're a hitter, to get into a rhythm if you're facing a different guy every time you come to the plate. Yeah. So, I mean, outside of like Spivey and Saylor, when they get into a groove and they just, they're just shutting guys down, there's a good chance you're going to see a different guy every time if you're a hitter in this regional.
Stephen Igoe, hoist the colors. Let's take another timeout. We'll come back. Well, I want to talk about the Pirates' offense, especially if there are lefties on the mound. How many options does Cliff Godwin have as far as a starting lineup goes, or is he pretty locked in on what we'll see coming up this weekend in the Greenville Regional, ECU Coppin State, Friday at 1 o'clock in Game 1 of the Greenville Regional. We'll talk about it more when we return after this.
In studio with Jeff Stein from Brown & Wood. What's new, Jeff?
Everybody's thinking we're having some inventory issues in the car business, which some of it's true. For used vehicles, Brown & Wood has a lifetime powertrain on every vehicle you buy from us, new or used. So even when you buy a used vehicle from Brown & Wood, you have lifetime powertrain. We cover the engine, transmission for as long as you own the car.
Brown & Wood, your #1 dealership in Greenville and the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
We have some exciting news at Angel Oak Home Loans. This is Talbot Green, and I would like to introduce you to the newest member of our team, Braxton Green. I've known Braxton his entire life because he's my nephew. He is also a recent ECU graduate and has lived in Eastern North Carolina his entire life.
This is Braxton Green, and I'm looking forward to working with you with your next home loan or refinance. Give us a call at Angel Oak Home Loans today at 751-2060.
NMLS 1719250, Equal Housing Lender.
The Dickinson Avenue Public House is a lively and diverse restaurant in Greenville that utilizes fresh and local ingredients. With influences of Creole, Asian, and upscale Southern cuisine, the Dickinson Avenue Public House offers a seasonally rotating menu and a full-service bar with rotating craft brews on tap. Come to the intersection of 8th and Dickinson and enjoy $off drafts on Tuesday, half-price flights on Wednesday, half-price wine bottles on Thursday, and $1 oysters Tuesday through Friday from 5:30 to 7. For more details, check out their website at daphousenc.com.
Join us at Purple Blossom Yoga Studio, Greenville's premier yoga studio, for our wide array of classes, including restorative, power, hot yoga, and more. We even fly into the weekend with our aerial yoga workshops. New to our studio? Check out our special for new yogis. 3 classes for only $30. Check out our website or social media for all the information and up-to-date schedules at Purple Blossom Yoga Studio. Purple Blossom Yoga, where your health and mindset collide and help you transform to a new you.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
Welcome to US Cellular. Yeah, hi. I want a new phone for free, but not just any phone. I want the newest, fastest, most storage holding 5G unlimited data using phone in here for free.
Sure, your choice.
Really?
Yep.
At US Cellular, we put you first. So choose any phone from any brand free. Plus, get unlimited data for just $30 a month. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
We all love using Uber Eats, DoorDash, and grocery pickup. It makes life so much easier. Well, now there is cellular delivery, and the team at Cellular Warehouse has perfected the process. They will deliver your new phone right to your door with all your information loaded on the new phone. And the best thing is there is no charge for this awesome service. And you don't have to waste half the day sitting in a Cellular store. Call Toby Williams today at 252-799-7051 and let his team of experts make your cellular delivery today. Cellular Warehouse, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent, serving all of Eastern North Carolina.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Scott Harris with RE/MAX Preferred Realty.
I've been in Greenville over 25 years. I'm a proud graduate of ECU. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, then give me a call today and let me help make your real estate process fun and easy. I keep it simple and explain the process every step of the way. My goals are your goals. There are no long-term contracts, and you always deal with me from start to finish. The right home starts with the right agent. Call me, Scott Harris, at 347-1857. Go Pirates!
Pirate Radio.
We're going to be bigger, faster, stronger, and older. That's always a good combination.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash. Come experience the difference at Tommy's. Now open at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Doesn't your car deserve it? Visit Tommy's Express Car Wash today. Now back to the show.
Welcome back. Greenville Utilities Neighbor to Neighbor program provides help for those who need temporary assistance with their utility costs, and you can make a difference. Your tax-deductible donation can be added to your GUC bill each month, or you can make a one-time donation, and GUC will match all donations up to $20,000 each year. Consider helping a neighbor with GUC's Neighbor to Neighbor program. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Braun.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. 100 days until the NFL season, so they are going over the lines. Pete Prisco has...
Pete Pistol.
Pete Prisco has the Bucks minus 2.5 over the Cowboys, so go ahead and get that one in to your bookies.
Jot that one down.
Yep. There you go. Man, this is what's great about this, too. This is a nice bridge to get to mid-June. Like, even late, like, we got something to talk about. Like, I don't even care that the Hurricanes lost last night because now I have something to talk about. Like, that was kind of providing me with some content for a while. Would have been nice to go on another couple weeks, but it's not going to happen. So now we got Pirate Baseball. Let's hope it rolls on because we're about to get it. We're about to get into position preview season, Igoe. But I don't have to hold off.
Yeah, we got to wait till after baseball season.
Can't wait to preview the quarterbacks.
I feel like we've done that same quarterback preview like 3 years in a row now.
But what I like to do with the quarterbacks, I'm going to look at opponents and see what they have at the QB position, and we'll go over those, and we'll do our power rankings of opponent QBs.
I've actually got that article coming out tomorrow.
No, you don't.
And then I'm going to do a podcast on the Hoist the Colors podcast, which, by the way, part of my stipulation for being here
I know
on a Tuesday was... I had to get 3 plugs in on the podcast, not for myself.
Well, somebody's falling down on their job.
Well, look, gotta listen to that podcast. Gotta listen to it.
I mean, you're hurting the brand right now.
You gotta listen to the podcast. You gotta listen to the podcast. And for the third time,
that doesn't count. How it works. You're just turning people off now. I mean, you got to give them a reason.
Have you listened to the latest?
I haven't had a chance to.
You had a chance to. You said, I know what I'm doing on the way back to Greenville. What'd you do on the way back to Greenville?
I listened to music.
There you go. Wow.
I apologize.
Now I need 4 podcast plugs because that was a negative plug.
Well, you got 1. Unless that doesn't count.
I think that was a reverse.
Well, here's one for you. The most recent one included Wags, Jonathan Wagner, and some guy on Twitter trolling me.
Scott
Lower-Batcher. Where you guys broke down the Greenville Regional, right?
That's correct.
All right, so there's one.
Check it out.
And you'll have another podcast coming out about, what'd you say? Are you really going to put the football stuff in there? Are you really doing
power rankings of quarterbacks?
No, I'm not going to power rank the quarterbacks. I'm going to power rank the Greenville Regional.
Okay.
And make sure you tell everybody where they can listen to this podcast.
Yep, Hoist the Colors podcast available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Play Store, anywhere you can get your podcast.
Subscribe and leave a review, right? We need everybody to do that on all of our platforms.
Yeah.
Leave a review, a positive review, 5 stars, whatever.
Our podcast rating dropped down to 4.9 stars, which is really
I knew Chandler went and saw your podcast.
Yeah, but that's the problem. He just saw it. He didn't listen to it.
Oh, he left a review, just didn't listen.
You got to listen. Listen.
Look.
I hope Si's doing well. By the way, wanted to have Coach O on. I forgot to tell you this off the air, Chandler. I called him this morning. He called me back. He said, Clip. I've been in meetings. If there was one person I would go on the radio and talk to, it would be you. But they're sending me out to Oregon State.
And you know why? You know why he would come on this radio show? Because you're a pirate.
I'm a pirate.
You're a pirate.
He's got to go out to Corvallis, and he is slammed, and he's not going to be able to join us. And
they can send him more regionally.
Coach O, man, he's the man for the
they
job.
tell me to go.
Exactly. And
you got all these destinations in the southeast, and they're sending.
There's only 3 on the other side of the freaking Mississippi: Stanford, Texas,
Oregon State.
I believe that's it.
Shame.
And he got the short end of the stick there.
Is there nobody on the West Coast or in the Mountain Time Zone that can?
So they literally sent Coach O the longest possible distance.
I'm still on my way right now.
Well, maybe they have the rookies go out. Wait, he's been doing this for freaking ever. You're right. Show a little damn respect, NCAA. Maybe that was they're like, look, we need somebody to be the head of this regional out in Oregon State. We'll give ECU the 8 seed if you send Coach O. And Coach O was like, you know what? I'll do it for the Pirates.
Because I'm a pirate.
Yep, that's right.
Fair trade-off.
So Coach O said give him a rain check, and if the Pirates win this weekend, we'll talk to him next week. How about that? All right, why were we talking about that? Oh, because I brought up Cy, and then that reminded me of Coach O. Igo, you said something that sent shivers down my spine earlier this hour. Virginia is left-handed heavy, and if they win and ECU wins, or if Virginia loses and ECU loses in Game 2, ECU could see a lefty starter. And I started going down the lineup. So here was the lineup from Saturday's game. Agnos righty, Hoover lefty, Worrell switch, Cowart lefty, Newton lefty, Moylan lefty, Starling righty, Amac switch, Wilcoxon lefty.
And this was against a lefty starting pitcher.
Very good I go. This was against Tulane, so they started a lefty, and this was the the lineup Cliff Godwin sent out there. Other options: Cam Clonch, lefty. Barini pinch hits quite a bit. You said he's switched, but we see him a lot as a lefty.
Yeah, he's better from the left side.
So I don't. Godwin has pinch hit lefties to face lefties before. I mean, maybe it's not that big of a deal, but if there is a lefty on the mound, there's going to be a lot of lefty-lefty matchups when you face the Pirates.
Yeah, we talked about it early in the season. This was something that I don't want to say it was a weakness, but it was a potential issue that you were left-handed heavy, and they could use another right-handed bat, which is why, Starlin emerging and having some clutch hits has been critical because he has gotten some big hits and some big moments against left-handed pitching. But, I don't think it's that big of a deal. Like, I think it's noteworthy, but it's not like they can't hit left-handed pitching. I don't have the splits, but even recently it feels like Jacob Jenkins Cowart, Ben Newton, Moylan have all been solid against lefties. I do think Amac is considerably better as a left-handed hitter than a right-handed hitter, just watching from the naked eye. They feel more comfortable with Wilcoxon versus lefties than Clonch versus lefties. And Jacob Jenkins Cowart, he's homered off lefties and righties. So I feel like that's not a big a deal. And the good news is Hoover, about the same versus both. And then Worrell, to me, is better right-handed. He's pretty even, but I think he's got more consistent stroke right-handed. And then Agnos has hit lefties well all year, too.
Stephen Igo, Hoist the Colors, joining us. Was the Josh Moylan Nugget VIP?
Yes.
Okay. He hit well, and we hope and think that may continue on the rest of this season.
Yeah, I mean, he had a good weekend in Clearwater, and he's the guy that we've talked about all year. Like, you look at his average still, it's 226, and like him and Starling,
I feel like Starling should be hitting higher than 220, and maybe it's because he does hit in big moments.
He's got that clutch gene. Like if he's MLB The Show, they talk about how clutch he is when he comes to bat. Like, it just seems like he gets some big hits in big moments.
Big moments is what you were trying to say.
He's a big moment hitter.
He's a big moment guy. He also, if he commits an error, look for him to get a hit the next inning. I swear that's happened. Like just about every time this year. So.
When he goes right center, that seems to be his sweet spot. Like when he's seeing it well, he'll kind of sit back, wait on it. And
I was looking at some other hitters, by the way. Carter Cunningham, lefty.
Ben
Terwilliger, lefty. This is incredible.
Ryan McChrystal, lefty.
C.J. Boyd,
righty.
So, I mean...
Riley Johnson, lefty. Joey Rezick, I don't know. I think lefty, too.
Hadn't seen Cooch in a while.
He actually hits righty.
Okay. You know what? It would not shock me. The way this team is, what a story. Jake Coochmaner comes up with a right-handed base hit up the middle.
You know, it is amazing, though. You look at it, they have very few right-handed pinch hitting options.
Yeah.
Which is why C.J. Boyd has gotten some of those, but you'll usually see Will Coxon get that opportunity. I think they feel pretty good about him versus lefty pitching, even as a lefty hitter.
All right, good stuff. You can check out hoistthecolors.net, and you guys have a podcast that's available now to listen to.
That's correct. We do.
And coming out with another one before we get underway on Friday?
Yeah, we'll have another podcast up later in the week. We'll also have a team-by-team Greenville Regional preview starting either tonight or tomorrow. We'll look into the Coppin State Eagles. Is that correct?
Sounds right. It's a good default. And...
Eagles.
Coppin State. Coppin Bald Eagle is their mascot. It needs a name.
Igo, did you know what city they're in?
I know that it's not Greenville, South Carolina.
Yeah, that's us.
I know that they're in Maryland.
Mm-hmm. Name a city in Maryland.
Baltimore.
Ding. That is correct.
There you go. That's the only city I know in Maryland.
You know their head coach is in basketball?
Juan Dixon.
They're very good. That, again, is all I know about Coppin State. So they come in here on Friday, 1 o'clock.
Surprised that they didn't get sent to Maryland.
Yeah, what did you think about them compared to other 4 seeds?
They're one of the weakest in the field, like numbers. Again, not saying that Coppin State is a bad baseball team, but like numbers-wise, RPI-wise, strength of schedule-wise, they're easily one of the weakest in the field.
Did Campbell get a 2 or a 3? They're the
Campbell's
3. So I was like terrified of them getting a 4 and coming here.
Luckily, some of the auto bids happen, which usually happens, but not this many, where you get some weaker 4s. And to me, being a host, you want a weaker 4 more so than anything. Like the year ECU lost at home, they had UNCW. Like that's just you got to throw your best guy against UNCW because they're capable of winning the regional. Coppin State, I don't think, is going to win the regional. Now, they could beat a team or win a game, but like it's just a different animal when you have somebody like a Campbell or a UNCW or even a Charleston was projected at one point versus like Coppin State.
I mean, do they don't really do it like number 17 is the 2 at Tennessee, do they? Because like I kept hearing, if we were on the road, we'd be at Virginia Tech, Maryland. Why was East Carolina not in the Tennessee discussion ever? I mean, I'm glad it didn't happen. It doesn't matter now, but I was just curious.
I mean, it would have been a possibility, but usually they do try to make it so if you're a pretty strong 2, you're not going to be sent to the top seed.
Oh, that wouldn't make sense. It would be the weakest 2 going there. I did that.
So, like last year, NC State was the weakest, or the strongest 2. They went to the weakest 1, which was Louisiana Tech.
I did that backwards. Yeah.
Won the regional. And then this year, you've got the strongest 2, Notre Dame. They're being sent to Georgia Southern.
So they do that way, actually. So, okay. They could have. I just never saw East Carolina in a projection with Tennessee. Now, one person yesterday did say, very quickly after it was announced ECU was the 8, that if ECU went to Omaha and all things played out like they could, ECU would play Tennessee at Omaha.
That
that person was Stephen Igoe.
Well, you just know that basically the whole thing is seeded 1 through 8. If everyone goes to Omaha, if it's straight chalk, it'll be 1-8, 4-5, 2-7, 3-6.
Yeah.
So if everything is straight chalk, it'll be ECU and Tennessee. And who are the 4 and 5? Do we know that?
Yes,
Texas
teams
A&M.
I like to call Texas A&M.
And Virginia Tech.
There you go. All right, and then you play that one side to get to the championship,
and
right?
that's the best of 3.
Okay.
It's basically like a giant regional between the 4 teams.
There you go. Good info, Steve-O. God, that was bad. We'll see you Friday, Saturday, Sunday, potentially Monday out at Clark LeClaire Stadium.
Got one question to ask Chandler. What are you going to be listening to later tonight?
That damn podcast, baby. And I can't wait.
Leave a review, 5 stars. Get it back up to 4.95 stars.
I got you.
All right, thank you.
By the way, Clark LeClaire Stadium has a rating of 4.8. And I'm pretty sure people didn't mean to rate it what they did. One person said, just drove by it, leaving Daddy Ficklin Stadium 1 star. And the other person said, why are these non-Americans working at fast food places? All I saw was foreigners, 2 stars. So one person drove by and I think mistakenly put 1 star. The other was at a fast food place and put 2 stars. We need to get those ratings back up for Clark LeClaire Stadium.
I want to interview those people. Just know why.
I mean, you haven't been to Clark LeClaire Bar and Grill? Disgusting.
Wait, is it like the place in Clearwater, the Tiki, whatever?
Frenchies, yeah.
Frenchies. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. Bryce Williams just sent me a text. He's a few minutes behind. Hey, he's on Arizona time.
Dang.
He just went to a bachelor party for Shane Carton's upcoming wedding. So he could be lagging a little bit today. We'll talk to Bryce. We got some audio to get to. Cliff Godwin, Bryson Worrell, Zach Agnos, Jacob Jenkins-Cowart, and Ryder Jans. All that and more on the way. What are you doing? Hour 3, Pirate Radio Live. We're back after this.
Hey Pirate fans, this is Cliff Godwin. Summer is upon us and I want to invite you to attend our CG23 Youth Camp here at East Carolina University. We will offer 3 sessions of camp. All camps will be held at Clark LeClaire Stadium and campers will get baseball instruction from the ECU baseball staff and players. Campers will play games each day and each camp ends with our famous Pirate Slip and Slide. Full day and half day sessions offered. For more information, visit cliffgodwinbaseballcamp.com. See you there and go Pirates!
It's back. The Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party is back, and it's on for Thursday, September 1st.
This season will be Pirate Radio's 20th football season, broadcasting as the voice of the Pirate Nation. And we are back, throwing the best party of the year, just days before the Pirates take on the Pack in Greenville.
Save the date and plan to join us on Thursday, September 1st for the Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party presented by Bud Light.
We are Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
The only way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the only way to get it is at Jersey Mike's, because authentic ingredients make a sub above. Jersey Mike's would like to dedicate the next 3 seconds to our new grilled portobello mushroom and Swiss sub. Trust us, it tastes good too, because fresh ingredients make a sub above.
Welcome to US Cellular. Yeah, hi. I want a new phone for free, but not just any phone. I want the newest, fastest, most storage holding 5G unlimited data using phone in here for free.
Sure, your choice.
Really?
Yep.
At US Cellular, we put you first. So choose any phone from any brand free. Plus, get unlimited data for just $30 a month. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for US Cellular since 1997. Visit atlanticwireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
Warren's Hot Dog Pizza, homemade lemonade.
Hey Pirate Nation, Warren's now has 2 locations. In Greenville across from Ron Ayers Motorsports and the Chocowinity location next to the fire department. Stop in today for hot dogs, pizza, subs, apple and peach turnovers, homemade lemonade, and breakfast in Chocowinity featuring homemade cheese, ham and chicken biscuits, plus sausage dogs and more. Warren's Hot Dogs. Want some? Get some. Go Pirates.
You've worked hard to make your business successful, and that's why it's really important to always have a bank that's in your corner when you need them. This is Chris Richards from First Bank, and our experienced team of local bankers includes Lee Watson, Ashley Capps, Bonner Latham, Josh Hooten, and Heath Nisbet. To get the business services that are right for your business, come and see one of our experienced team members at First Bank on Arlington Boulevard in Greenville. First Bank, together with our customers, we're creating a world where individuals and communities thrive. Member FDIC.
UBE and PirateWear.com is excited to offer Pirate Nation the largest selection of new ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young Pirates in to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking uptown in Greenville. Visit them at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates!
All aboard! Hop on the Emerald Express for a free ride through the Uptown District every Thursday through Saturday from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. The continuous loop begins and ends at GK Butterfield Transportation Center, but you can hop on and off at any of the 13 stops. With stops along Dickinson Avenue, Evans Street, the Town Common, and more, the Emerald Express is the perfect way to travel in the Emerald City. This trolley runs every 20 minutes, but don't worry, the stops are all footsteps away from all the businesses in the Uptown District.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Quality Equipment is your full-service John Deere dealer with 28 locations to serve you. Quality Equipment is open in Winterville next to Sam's Club, or visit QualityEquip.com to find the location near you. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Rock.
Alrighty, Hour 3, Pirate Radio Live on a Tuesday, fast-moving week, as we had no show on Monday. Mully and I did jump in and gave you a little bit of our thoughts after East Carolina was named a top 8 national seed. It still doesn't feel real, but it is real to me, damn it. And the Pirates will host Coppin State, Virginia, Coastal Carolina. If they get through that, the winner of the Austin Regional, headlined by Texas, but there are some other schools in that one, and they are Louisiana Tech, Dallas Baptist, and one other that I do not recall, the 4 seed in that regional. Chandler, do you know it? Why would you?
I don't know, and I'm not looking it up because it's going to be too tough.
Support the troops. My apologies. Air Force. The number 4. Could they be flying their way into Greenville next weekend? Texas, Air Force, Louisiana Tech, Dallas Baptist, the 4 schools in the Austin Regional lined up to meet the winner of the Greenville Regional. We'll talk more about that. In fact, we'll do it right now as we await the arrival. Oh, there he is. I see him.
He's coming in.
I just laid eyes. I'm in my deer stand, and I see a big old buck.
He's coming on in.
And not only is he here, he remembered to do something that none of us, which I don't own any of these, so I couldn't have participated anyway. But you know what Bryce is wearing today, Shirley?
Oh, boy.
He's got
he's got the jorts.
Got the jorts on. I got to get the camera ready.
Bryce, you have the memory of an elephant, my friend. Right. You, even after a tough
to stand
weekend.
Up.
Yeah. Oh, what do you need?
Him to stand up.
Can you stand up, I guess?
Show off the people.
You want to show off?
I can't stand up with those on.
Whoa, buddy. Woo-hoo! And I got a big old leg in my face. Bryce, welcome in, man. How you doing?
Good. Thank y'all for having me for yet another week.
I see a little grime on the shirt. You been working today?
Yes. I mean, I've been doing some work today, but most of my clothes that I wear throughout the day have a permanent grime.
The pre-stained.
Yeah, I wash them, and it's because you never know what I'm gonna get into.
Yeah.
So
why ruin a new one?
Exactly. I have several shirts that literally have like just whole. I've worn them here,
And with the jorts and the dirty shirt and that, it looks like you got a workman's tan.
Yeah.
But is that an Arizona leisure tan you got going there?
Yeah, this is some Arizona leisure, boat leisure. Yeah.
All right, good stuff.
I did have a workman's tan a while back, but that's long gone.
All right, let's start with the top story. Shane Carden getting hitched.
Yeah.
And you were out at his bachelor weekend festivities?
Yeah, we had a good time.
Tell us what you can tell. What'd you guys do out there?
Well, we did. So we did go to a Major League Baseball game Thursday night. D-backs and Dodgers, and they got reamed. D-backs did.
Yeah.
But I say it's so weird right over there. It was definitely like more Dodgers fans than D-backs. So I'm like, can you imagine being the home team and like you're getting cheered against?
I guess the owners don't care as long as somebody's going to those games, but it is pretty bad because the Diamondbacks they're actually playing better this year than people thought, but they're not very good, and the Dodgers are the best team in baseball.
Right. So yeah, they so that was neat to be there. We were by the pool.
They got a cool stadium, right?
Yeah, it was indoors. We sat behind the pool, which is like kind of cool, but unfortunately, it was just kids in there. And
is that Chase Field?
Oh gosh, I'm not sure. Phoenix.
I want to check out the pool. That's it.
I think so.
Where's your pool
The
at?
pool is
Over
right
here.
field. Right field.
Okay.
Somewhere over there.
Okay. All right.
General vicinity. But yes, I mean that was cool to see a Major League game. I didn't realize that. What's his name? Mookie Betts. He was.
Oh,
there in
wow.
left field, so I got to watch him play.
It's a neat little deal there.
So it was cool to see. I guess Mookie Betts. I didn't know how big of a deal he was until when my buddy said, "Yeah, he's one
of the best."
like one of the best. So that was cool.
Of course, the Dodgers have 8 All-Stars in their lineup. Freddie Freeman, Trey Turner, all of them. Are good.
So that was fun. Of course, goodness gracious, we got up to fly out. We got up not terrible. I think 5, but then fly out, and the time change, 3-hour difference.
Did you lose any time? Did you fly out and then get there at the same time you flew out, kind of thing?
It was almost. It was pretty close.
Yeah.
I think we got there at 11.
So you left here at what Eastern time? Would you say
7? Well, flight was 8:30. Of course, there was a little bit of a delay.
Yeah.
While we were on the plane, seat was broke or something. So I think we left right around 9.
And you got there at what time, local time?
3 + 7. I think we got there like 11 something, like that.
Now coming back, it's a lot worse, right? You lose a lot.
Oh yeah. So the first night Thursday, it's 11:45, and I'm dying. I'm so tired. And then, of course, the weekend was filled with a lot of sleep.
Okay, that was
just kidding.
That reminded me of Seinfeld, where you yada yada yada, and then you say so. Yeah, just a lot of guys just kind of resting.
Oh yeah, just resting.
Rest the bodies.
It was good. So we did that Thursday night.
Did some golfing or anything?
We golfed Friday.
All right.
Wasn't my finest hour. My golf game's a lot of ebb and flows.
Yeah.
Bam. My first drive off the tee box. Boom. I'm like, oh heck yeah.
Today's the day.
And it just. I think I parted bogey, but I'm cool with bogey golf.
What kind of weather are we talking out there?
It's so funny. I guess I'm just tougher than the whole gang that was there. But golly, it's so hot. It's so hot. I'm like, I'm fine. Give me some water. I'm good.
I always hear about the damp hotness of east of the South, right?
It feels worse. Yeah, it feels worse.
Dry heat there?
Yeah, it's hot. I think it feels more uncomfortable today than it was out in Arizona. I think we got maybe the low 100s, but golfing wasn't too bad. We had a pool at the place. It was it was a good time. And then yes, I think Thursday and Friday were more of our eventful days. Saturday we hung out at the pool at the Airbnb. Things like that. We went out Friday night stuff. It was fun.
So Shane is living in Idaho. Mm-hmm. Is he? Is that where the wedding is?
Yes, sir. It's Haley. I think Haley's the town I'm flying into. City. I don't know what it is out there, but yeah, out in Haley, and that's in July 4th weekend.
Oh, that's right. It was Memorial Day in July 4th. So getting those big holidays.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good stuff. Glad to have you back safely, and everything's good to go.
Yeah, everything's good. It feels good to be back in North Carolina. Arizona's neat, but brown and it's stucco.
Yeah, I can't imagine that. Like I watch Better Call Saul, and before that it was Breaking Bad, and it's in New Mexico, and there's just like no grass, and like I cut grass like since I was like young, you know.
Right. Oh yeah.
And just seeing grass and fields, and like it's just and maybe I'm wrong, but it just looks like a lot of dirt and desert,
rock, desert.
Yeah,
at least that part of it.
I need some tree. I need some green.
Oh, green. I need water. I mean, they got lakes, but unfortunately I'm above lakes these days. You know?
Oh yeah, you couldn't. You probably didn't get a boat in the water while you were there, did you? That's a shame.
So
you didn't try to get Shane and the guys to do a fishing outing while you were there?
They weren't buying it.
Yeah, I understand. All right, Bryce Williams is here. Bryce, how about the big news here in Greenville? Here's what you missed. East Carolina last week won games 15, 16, 17, and 18 in a row. Won the conference championship down in Clearwater. They will host a regional. We learned that Saturday night. And for the first time ever in school history, could be hosting right here in Greenville a super regional.
Wow.
Now, they've hosted one before, but it was not in Greenville. But that's why they upgraded the stadium. That's why Clark LeClaire is standing today for East Carolina to host the Super Regional for the right to get to the College World Series for the first time ever. East Carolina is the 8th national seed. What that means is if they are the team standing after this weekend in the Greenville Regional with Virginia, Coastal Carolina, Coppin State, and ECU, then East Carolina will host a best-of-3 Super Regional against the winner of the Austin Regional, which is Texas, Dallas Baptist, Louisiana Tech, and Air Force. Winner of those two regionals will meet. If East Carolina wins it this weekend, they'll meet in Greenville. Winner of that goes to Omaha. So that's where we are right now.
Dang,
a lot on the line, Bryce.
Wow.
And people are fired up.
Man, that's exciting. Like I said, thanks to Pirate Radio on Instagram, I was able to keep track of what's going on, and I did see the like the regional thing. I saw regional. I didn't. Obviously, you broke it down way better for me to understand it there. That's big. I'm gonna try. Maybe I'll try and go to that one. You know, because I haven't.
It's a hot ticket, but you know some people.
I know a Clip Brock.
Yeah, but you know better people than that. You know some people.
I might try. That's this weekend.
So game 1 is Friday at 1:00. If ECU and then win or lose, they'll play the following day. Championship is Sunday night, and depending on winners, losers bracket, all that could go into Monday. So it's going to be Saturday through Monday. Super regionals are Friday to Sunday, or Saturday to Monday, or both. That might be both actually. But East Carolina in the past has played Friday, Saturday, Sunday in those supers. I want to say.
Who did we host in the when we played Wilmington here? Not who did we host? What section was that in the tournament? Was that just
that was a regional?
That was a regional. Gotcha.
And then last year, East Carolina won a regional. A couple seasons ago, won a so the one you're talking about against Wilmington, they lost.
They could have had a super regional, right?
If they'd have won,
they would have won.
Yeah,
that's okay.
I like when you football guys. I like when an ECU athlete gets excited about another ECU sport.
Oh yeah.
And over the past week, it's been Keaton Mitchell, who we talked about it on the air 5 days ago. So what day was this? This was the 26th of May, almost a week ago. He said, I ain't gonna lie, we playing some baseball. I ain't never watched baseball until now. So that was his first tweet.
Where did he tweet that?
And then since then, I ain't gonna lie.
Isn't that spelled Ian?
It could be, but it's not in this case.
Ian gonna lie.
I ain't gonna lie. Iron. All right. So since then, get gone, which that's his phrase.
Get gone.
That's his catchphrase.
I mean, for him, it's fitting.
When a guy is home, he gets gone.
Yeah.
Bryson World home run, get gone. He says, get gone. That most definitely hit that car. We locked in. Get gone.
There we go.
He loves get gone.
He might need to make a shirt.
It's 10-0 mercy rule in baseball. Yes, sir. Where we at next? So I love when another athlete, and then everybody told him, Keaton, we're in Greenville next, buddy. We got a regional. So I think since this is an NCAA event and not an ECU event, he won't be able to throw out the first pitch.
So,
but we got to get him out there to throw out a pitch.
During the Super Bowl, the kicker, McPherson, for the Bengals, stayed out at halftime to watch the halftime show.
Oh yeah,
Keaton Mitchell. They're going to present them with like rings next year at one of the games. And Keaton Mitchell, instead of going in at halftime, he's going to sit there and watch the ring ceremony.
He's going to go down the line, give the guys fives.
Yeah. He might help out with.
Are you the one that got gone?
Got gone.
You're the guy that got gone.
Get gone, boys.
Get gone. I thought that was cool, and I'm hoping to see some Pirate athletes. I'm sure Holt Naylors and the crew will be out there this weekend. It's going to be packed. There's going to be a lot of folks there. So looking forward to that.
I remember the Houston series, and after that series, I was bummed out because it's been fun being out there in the jungle just about all season long. And I was very bummed out that there wasn't going to be any more baseball in Greenville. And now we're looking at, we're sitting here getting ready to host a regional. And if we win this regional, it's not over. We have baseball back in Greenville next weekend.
That would be insane. First time ever at Clark LeClaire.
And that's been the talk, because we've had some tough super regional appearances with, Texas Tech, which now that got close. We were 90 feet away from Omaha. We've had to go to Carolina in the past.
Louisville,
Vandy. And we've always said, is it going to take to host a super regional? And now we're at that point.
For us to get done, we've always said this. If we're going to get to Omaha, we're going to have to get there by staying in Greenville.
Exactly.
Well, now that opportunity is right ahead of them here these next couple weeks. So, no pressure. Just get it done.
Yeah, just
no pressure at all. Let's hear a little bit of Cliff Godwin here, Shirley, as he gave his thoughts on the 8 seed. Cut one.
The top 8 seed is something that we've been trying to do for a lot of years. I thought 19, that body of work that we had, our strength of schedule was definitely in the top 5. We were 5th RPI. I really thought like we had earned it. But those people in that room, and they do a really good job, they decide on your fate. So when I saw that, I was like, let me make sure I'm looking at this right, because in past years we haven't necessarily been on the good side of the fence. And I'm just so proud of our guys and our staff, and so many emotions go through it because Alec Burleson's texting me, and Parker Lamb's texting me, and Pete Biscayno's texting me, and I mean there's so many people that put so much hard work in this program for so many years to get to where we are today.
All right, this is a good question. Love this question. Cut 6, Shirley. Thoughts on the other teams in the Greenville Regional? Really good question by Gully.
That's the question that I hate by the media the most, because everybody asks it. I'm just throwing it out there, and I told our guys it doesn't matter. It's playoff baseball. Like, look, every team that's in our regional can beat us. I mean, last year we were getting beat by Norfolk State until whenever Franny hit the 3-run jack. So you got to go out there and play your best brand of baseball. And there's very quality opponents in our regional for sure. I mean, 2 have won national championships.
All right. Well, Cliff didn't like that question, but I like it. A lot of good talent coming in here, these opposing teams to Greenville. Let's hear cut 3. This was Garrett Short from WNCT Channel 9 when he asked, did today's announcement remind him of when he played and got a top 8 national seed? I think they were 7th when he played here at East Carolina.
Well, I don't even know if they had a selection show on TV back then, so I think somebody probably told us, so it was a little bit different. In 01, we had a similar group that nobody highly recruited, most of us, especially not myself, and we had some older guys that had been in the program, and then we had some guys that were super talented like Lee Delfino and Chad Tracy, and it was just status quo. I mean, Coach LeClaire, same thing. Hey, enjoy it today, and then we get back to practice tomorrow. And unfortunately back then we couldn't host at Harrington Field, so we had to go on the road to Wilson. At least it was in front of our home crowd, but there's nothing like hosting a regional at Clark LeClaire Stadium. And I go back to Ryder when Turner Brown told him in 19 when they ran on the field, he said, hey, look around, take this in. This doesn't happen everywhere. And I get chill bumps about that. That's really the coolest thing, is the roar of the crowd when you run on the field in game 1.
All right, there is Cliff Godwin, and that crowd will be roaring coming up this Friday when East Carolina takes the field. Saturday is going to be a party, especially if they can win Friday and get that Saturday night game at Clark LeClaire Stadium. Let's hear from Zach Agnos, Shirley. He gave his reaction. There was a lot of surprise when that graphic popped up and showed East Carolina as a top 8 seed. Here's what Zach Agnos thought.
I just kind of looked at JC and just like looked at him, and he was like, gave me like a weird face, and then I was like, wait, top 8? And then I looked at Ben, and then we all started to realize this, so we got pumped up, man. I mean, it's real exciting. I asked Coach Godwin what the 2001 team, what their seed was. He said they were 7, but not complaining about 8, that's for sure.
Zach Agnos there, and really enjoyed talking to Zach. Of course, CJ Mayhew, Bryson Worrell, Ryder Giles this year on the Delcor Players Lounge. Got a one-on-one with Ryder. We'll play that probably tomorrow on the show. Here's a stat to consider, everyone. East Carolina University Pirates. Oh, I thought she was going to play it. East Carolina is
I was going to wait till you gave the stat, and then I would hit it.
East Carolina is one of 30 teams to make the NCAA baseball tournament and be bowl eligible, be invited to a bowl game in 2021-22.
Wow. Stats to consider.
Now, East Carolina didn't play in a bowl game because BC backed out. But they are one of 30 that were invited to a bowl game and accepted a bowl invitation bid and also make it to the baseball tournament.
Wow.
There are 6. Man, now I hate bringing this up. Chandler, you going to trivia tomorrow? All right, cover your ears for a second. There are 6 Power 5 schools that didn't make the baseball tournament, NCAA basketball tournament, or play in a bowl game, Bryce. The sad 6 are Syracuse, Nebraska, Northwestern, Colorado, Cal, Washington. So bad athletic seasons for those schools. There's another stat to consider for you. So there you go. All right, Chandler, you're good. No more earmuffs.
The stats to consider.
Man, you have a lot of integrity. Can I say that? I can say that. I just did.
Yeah, you just did, and I appreciate it. I appreciate it a lot.
You got it. Shirley, let's give something away today.
Booty, 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 booty everywhere. Booty, 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 booty everywhere.
All right, today we're giving away Bubba Sparks' Greatest Hits.
Oh,
there we go. Which is this song on a loop.
Oh, God.
He had one more.
It's
Bryce?
Oh, no.
Come on, Bryce. Something in the barn or in the...
Yeah, I've been... I can't think of what it's called.
Shirley, what are we giving away today?
Shrimp taco lunch, courtesy of Chico's.
All right, that's that one. It's gonna get ugly up in here.
I think it's Deliverance.
All right. Bubba Sparks' Greatest Hits and shrimp taco at Chico's.
What a combination!
On the line, Shirley, can you put together that? Can you burn that CD?
Sure.
All right, thanks.
That was always fun.
Caller 6, by the way, is what I'm looking for.
Caller 6, 317-1250. More to go. Bryce Williams will go outdoors. See if we play a little 5-second game maybe to get the brains going a little bit. More to go. Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after this.
The Wood Ducks are at Granger Stadium this upcoming week versus the Charleston River Dogs, May 31st through June 5th. If you were at the Wednesday game on the 25th, bring your ticket this Wednesday for free entry. Saturday, there will be a pregame concert, and the first 1,000 fans will receive a Hawaiian button-down shirt sponsored by Down East Homes. Go online to get your tickets in advance at woodducksbaseball.com or at the box office the day of the game. Hope to see you at Granger Stadium cheering on the Wood Ducks. Go Woodies!
Although innovative new resources such as digital media and social networks have grown in popularity, smart marketers recognize that printing is a mainstay.
We live in an age of computer hacking, scams, and fly-by-night businesses, so it's reassuring to consumers when they receive printed marketing pieces.
It exemplifies business confidence and conveys a high level of commitment.
It also fosters trust, which leads to engagement and ultimately brand loyalty.
When you're ready to grow your business, come to PIP, where business goes to grow.
Hey Pirate fans, Derek Pizzeni from Carolina Wealth Management. Are you a fiduciary?
That's a question every investor should ask their advisor. A fiduciary is an individual who acts in the best interest of a particular person or beneficiary. Is your advisor a fiduciary? You should know it's your money. At Carolina Wealth Management, we do things differently from other investment firms. To learn more about the benefits of working with a fiduciary advisor, visit mycarolinawealth.com. That's mycarolinawealth.com.
This is Dr. McGraw from Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. Our practice has been caring for the athletes at ECU and the residents of Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for your sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care. We also offer on-site physical therapy and MRI services as well as walk-in urgent care on the weekends from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. For experienced and professional care, visit us online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates!
Your power's out. There's a water leak. What do? For these and other utility-related emergencies, you need service, and you want it fast. There are two things you can do to get the quickest response if you're a GUC customer. First, you can call the hotline at 1-855-767-2482 and report any utility-related emergency. That number is also on GUC.com. Or second, you can give GUC your phone number. The hotline process is quickest when their account records have your current phone number. Service you can count on. Greenville Utilities.
Chico's Mexican Restaurant is the home of the best margaritas. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's every Tuesday for the Gulf of Mexico, a huge 38-ounce lime margarita for only $7.99. On Thursdays, relax and enjoy half-price pitchers of Chico's house margaritas. Choose from lime, strawberry, blood orange, raspberry, or peach. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. Chico's, where the fiesta never ends.
This is Stephen Igoe. You've heard from me plenty on Pirate Radio Live and perhaps have read some of my work on hoistthecolors.net. Now, get an extension of our in-depth coverage on the Hoist the Colors podcast. From game previews to immediate post-game analysis to emergency podcasts for breaking news, we've got you covered. A cast of guest co-hosts from fans, former coaches, and other writers join me for 2 podcasts weekly to break down all things ECU athletics. Subscribe to Hoist the Colors now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or Google Podcasts.
The icy treat that can't be beat is Sparky Snowballs. From big kids to little kids, Sparky Snowballs has been making smiles happen for over 20 years. If you're not in the mood to chill out with a snowball, Sparky's funnel cakes and fried Oreos are a perfect Sparky-licious treat every time. Are you having an event, party, or fundraiser? Call Sparky's to come on site. Remember to follow Sparky's on Facebook or visit SparkySnowballs.com to see where they'll be next.
This is Mike Houston, head football coach at East Carolina University, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar Medi-Spa on Red Banks Road in Greenville. Free consultations available by calling 752-1406 or visiting beautybarmedispa.com. Enjoy your visit. Love your transformation. And congratulations to Chad Carwin of Greenville. Picked up a shrimp taco lunch courtesy of Chico's. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's. Enjoy your favorites like shrimp tacos, steak and chicken fajitas, burritos, enchiladas, ACP, and more. Plus ice cold cervezas and Chico's famous margaritas are always available. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, back with you, Pirate Radio Live here on a Tuesday. Bryce Williams will rejoin us here in a moment. 100 days away from kicking things off in the NFL. And I feel like we, as a media, talk about when people get arrested and then never really follow up on what happened, especially if, like, nothing happens from it. So we talked about Jerry Jeudy getting arrested a couple weeks ago. The judge has dismissed all charges against Jerry Jeudy. It sounded like it was an argument, a domestic argument, and Jerry Jeudy like locked some property in a car and wouldn't give it to his significant other. Like it was just some kind of, let's see, Jeudy prevented the female from retrieving items, including her wallet, medical information for a child, and a car seat. And he was like, no, I'm keeping my door locked. You're not getting it. One of those spats or whatever. Anyway, no charges will be filed. Charges dismissed against Jerry Jeudy. Also, I guess this is a new headline. Aaron Donald, one of the reporters dropped a bit of a bombshell right before the Super Bowl that said this may be Aaron Donald's last game. He may retire. And the Rams won and really hadn't heard much since then. But now the story comes out on, he was on a podcast, so this comes directly from him, where he says he'd be at peace with his career if the Rams and Donald cannot agree to a new contract. And he says the line that every athlete has ever said since the beginning of time, it ain't about the money. It's about business at the end of the day. So he says, for me, it's about winning. I don't want to play football if I can't win anyway. So if I feel like I have an opportunity to win another Super Bowl, then it makes sense to play. But again, it's still a business. So it's not all about winning because it is about money. It really is about money.
Oh, for sure.
Life is about money because if you don't have none, it's hard to survive. So Eric, we'll see what happens here. The Rams are, I don't know, they kind of go down a notch or two if Aaron Donald is not there in the middle of that defensive line. They're still a really good team, but that would be tough for them to be playing without that big fella up front. So see if there's anything to this. But he says he'd be at peace if they can't come to it. They'll come to an agreement and he'll play. That's how this is going to end. 100 days away from NFL kickoff, Bryce. Was it last week? The weeks are kind of running together where we celebrated. Yeah, we did. So last Thursday was 100 days away from ECU football kicking off. So we'll be down to 93 coming up this Thursday and getting excited about it, Bryce. NC State fans are seeing red, by the way. They were snubbed. They did not make the NCAA tournament. Saw one person on Facebook Live earlier today request we do some dramatic readings from Pack Pride, which is their website where all the fans are mad. That was Will. That sounds like a good idea for Troy when he's back on Thursday. We'll do a Pack Pride dramatic reading because somebody was angry today and said, clearly the NCAA is against us, so what we have to do now is just win by 100 every game. And he said it starts with ECU in football. No mercy, no taking knees. We need to win by 50 points because that's the only way we're going to get respect. So I don't think Dave Doran, the head coach, is going to go that route. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he will. But State fans are mad, Bryce. They're not going to have any baseball to watch these next couple of weeks. So for them, they have moved on to football. And that'll be the opener for the Pirates coming up in early September.
Which is exciting.
It is.
I definitely plan to be there. But was he the head coach whenever I played? Couldn't remember. Whatever coach
it was Tom O'Brien.
Because I remember them being upset that, he called out our, we do our hook.
Yeah.
And he talked about breaking it off.
Yep, I believe that was him. Let's see how long Dave Doran. He's been there for a while now. Dave Doran has been there. 2013 was his first year.
Yes, that was because it was, I guess when we played him there, and I guess he saw the little hook thing. Well, I think a few years after 2016, they got beat him. Anyway,
Scotty Montgomery beat him in 16.
Yeah, and I remember him making a comment.
Yeah.
About...
now, he's won 2 straight, and he's won them in big fashion, but those... look, they happened, but a bit of an asterisk on them.
Yeah.
Mike Houston's first game, and then previous to that, Scotty Montgomery was fired, and we had David Blackwell as an interim coach last game of the season. So I guess that would make Dave Doran 2-2 against East Carolina. You beat him once.
Yep.
Coach Mo beat him week 2, second game ever. That was the high point of Motown. And then Dave Doran has won the past 2 meetings against ECU.
Betty Feathers, sorry. But, hopefully we can get back on the
My all-time favorite NC State coach, 1931 to 33, Clipper Smith. Old Clipper. That was good.
Clipper.
Great coach.
Hunk. There's a Hunk Anderson.
Recognize that name?
Oh, yeah.
Lou Holtz, coach of the pack. 72 to 75.
Wow.
East Carolina has ended the career of how many state coaches? It's at least 2. Is it 3? Is it Sheridan, O'Kane, and Amato? I know Amato. I was at that game where that was his final game as state coach. But, yeah, there's been a long history there.
Lou Holtz was a winner there.
Yep, Lou Holtz. Lou Holtz. Do you do a Lou Holtz?
No, not good.
Okay.
I guess he's
I know who you do, though.
He's well retired out of his thing. Eh?
You do John Gruden?
That's right, man. I tell you what, and you got Bryce Williams in here, man. You talk about some really good tight ends, man. He was one of them here at East Carolina, man. In Greenville, South Carolina, man. Eastern North Carolina, the best.
Oh, Chucky.
He's an Eastern North Carolina legend, man.
We're bringing Chucky back into the fold.
You might have mentioned him, the Steelers coach. I know he went to school there. Did he ever coach there?
Mike Tomlin?
No.
The Steelers coach? Bill Cowher?
Bill Cowher. He was the NC State guy. I don't know if he just played there.
No, I think his connection there was maybe a child.
Well, I know he went there.
Oh, okay, he did. Okay, my apologies. You're right. I was off on that one. Yeah, he did go there.
Did he? But he didn't coach there. I was thinking maybe he coached.
He was all NFL. Went from the Browns to the Chiefs to Steelers head coach. And then, of course, when he retired and went into TV, like, State fans probably still talk about, like, we got to get Bill Cowher. This is the year we get Bill Cowher coming out of retirement. Just never happened.
Hall of Famer.
But he passed the reins over to Tomlin. How about this, Bryce? The Steelers have had 2 head coaches and 3 head coaches in my lifetime.
Jeez.
What year were you born?
93.
The Steelers have had 2 head coaches in your lifetime, which is unbelievable for pro sports these days, for any sports these days.
Dang.
They are loyal, and Cowher went out on his own terms. Mike Tomlin has never had, this is another amazing stat, he's never had a losing season.
Wow.
But they have not won a playoff game in the last 5 years. So at some point, do they fire Tomlin, bring in another guy, or does he go out on his terms, just like Bill Cowher did? Cowher was there from 92 to 06, and Tomlin's been there 07 to 21 into 22, so they've been there similar amount of times there, and that's it for their coaches.
Wow.
So they believe in loyalty. Of course, they've had good teams too.
Right.
They've had one quarterback for a lot of that run too, and that was Ben Roethlisberger. And they're changing at the guard there in Pittsburgh. All right, what do you want to do?
At some point, I want to do the 5-second game.
What I was thinking about this. Should we go kind of crazy and just be a grab bag? Whoever is in control decides what the question is.
Oh gosh.
Oh my gosh.
That is tough.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Let's live life in the fast lane.
All right. So you want me to get it started?
No breaks.
Yes, go. Right now, let's go.
Shirley, you play?
Ready?
Yeah, I'll play.
All right, let's go.
All right, Chandler.
All right, now you know what we're doing.
It's free for all.
Yeah.
Potpourri.
Yes, I know.
Chandler, name a World Series champion in the last 5 years.
Nationals.
All right, good job.
Bryce, name a Eastern. Excuse me, I'm sorry.
Oh, hang on, I'm sorry. Are we doing letters? Was that a?
If you want to.
I don't want to do letters.
No, we're not.
You can though, but
you can. But all right, Bryce, name a football team in the NFL in the NFC.
3.
Sure. I don't know.
What are you doing? Cardinals.
Oh God,
Bryce.
I don't do
Panthers.
good.
Even though you don't want to.
Are you not an NFC, AFC guy?
I
You should have
can't
just named a
remember.
team.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Bryce is out. Surprisingly, in round 1 here.
Shoot.
Shirley.
Shirley.
Name a team in the NCAA tournament. Name a
Good
top.
God Almighty.
Name a top 8 seed in the NCAA tournament.
Any one of the top 8 teams? Is that what you mean? North Carolina.
No.
Huh?
That's incorrect.
Top 8 seeds in this NCAA tournament.
Oh, you mean? Oh, I was thinking basketball. I wasn't thinking baseball.
I did not.
Well, they were an 8 seed, right?
I was thinking basketball.
All
When
right.
he said NCAA
Shirley Dow.
tournament, that was
Chandler?
my first thought.
This is going awful.
Clip.
What?
Next time, be specific. What
Name
sport?
a baseball shortstop in the major leagues.
Dansby Swanson.
Boom.
All right, I did it. Chandler, name a Grammy Award-winning music artist.
Kanye West.
Did he win? Or did Taylor Swift win?
Oh.
Hold on, I got to Google it up.
Is he a Grammy winner?
I don't know. Did he
He's
win?
had to have won one.
You say that. Where's the list? Let's say he did. Where's the awards?
Say how many Grammys?
Yeah, probably should have just done that.
Yeah, he's
huh?
But didn't Beyonce have the greatest album of all time? Was it Beyonce he said when he went up there and interrupted Taylor Swift?
Yes,
Okay.
because Beyonce later brought Taylor up on the stage when she won one.
He's got like 30 of them. All right.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it's my turn. Clip.
This is going
Name a fast food restaurant that starts with the letter H.
Hardee's.
Ah, that was the one I was thinking about.
Chandler, name a car company that starts with the letter H.
Honda.
All right.
Clipper. Name a NASCAR driver that starts with the letter first name or last name with the letter C.
That would be Cole Custer.
Whoa.
Okay. I was thinking you were going to go Clint Boyer.
He's not a NASCAR driver. He's retired, sir.
Sorry.
No problem. It happens.
Cole Custer.
Chandler, name a Gold Glove winning left fielder.
This is going so great.
Matt
folks.
Holliday.
Is that true?
I don't know. But that's the first left fielder that's been gone from baseball.
All right, let's look it up. Matt Holliday, did he win a Gold Glove? If he did, Chandler stays alive. He did not.
Oh!
He did not win a Gold Glove. He was a 4-time Silver Slugger Award winner. He was a batting champion, an RBI leader. He's in the Cardinals Hall of Fame, NLCS MVP, World Series champion, but no Gold Glove.
Good game.
And ladies and gentlemen, this game has come to a merciful end.
All right, let's play again.
Let's do it.
Shirley, you lead it off.
Is this going to be a hodgepodge again?
Yes.
Oh, son of a...
All right, Bryce, you lead it off.
Clip.
Yes.
Name a current U.S. women's national team member that played soccer for the University of North Carolina.
Oh, my God. Mia Hamm Jr.
That was very...
That was current. Current.
What? Where's Mia? So you're saying there is a Mia Hamm Jr.?
No, there's not a Mia Hamm
All right,
Jr.
I lost.
Thank you.
Who's the girl that I like? She didn't go to Carolina. I heard her on a podcast. Anyway.
Kelly O'Hara?
No.
Is it Ertz's wife? The tight end?
Oh, no. I like her, but nah. Anyway, I'm out. Move on.
Okay. Bryce.
Uh-oh.
Name a television show starting with the letter Y.
You go, girl.
Oh, man. Please be a show.
You go, girl.
You go, girl. TV series. Error. I clicked on it and nothing came up. Full cast and crew. Did you make up this website, Bryce? I tell you what, it's got a trailer, maybe.
It's on YouTube.
Next up, coming to the stage, Audrey Jenkins.
Now, this looks like a movie. You go, girl. I'm giving Bryce credit because it says TV series 2020.
Okay.
There
All
we
right,
go.
That's fair.
I'm giving it
fair.
to him.
That's
there we go.
fair.
It's on Google.
What a pull.
You go, girl.
What an absolute pull.
Oh, righty.
Rose Lavelle's the player I like, Shirley.
Rose. Rose, I believe,
Not because of her.
was from Stanford, I believe. I think she's a Stanford grad.
And then who's Zach Ertz's wife?
Julie Ertz.
Yeah. Is she not on the team anymore?
No, because she's pregnant.
Oh, she can't play soccer.
Women.
Pregnant.
Wow.
Women pregnant.
It's hard to be.
Man.
Hard to run around.
She is expecting her first child. Crystal Dunn just gave birth to her first child, so she's not on the team either.
Mia Hamm Jr. coming soon.
It might be.
All right, Bryce, you're up. I'm out.
Alrighty there, Chandler. Okay, name a golf ball brand that starts with the letter S.
Strixon.
Nice. I was thinking
Wow,
of Doodle.
you done
but,
got me.
Yeah.
Nah, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
Because you got it right.
Can I kind of go the same route there?
Sure.
Name a golf ball brand that starts with the letter C.
Callaway.
Okay.
Nice.
Bryce, you're up.
Is Shirley in?
Yep.
Shirley. Okay. Name a restaurant that starts with the letter N.
Nino's.
Nice.
That
was good.
Clip.
I'm out.
Oh, that's right.
Clip's out.
Chandler. Give me a title of the song.
Okay.
Starting with the letter A.
All in the Lights. All in the Lights by.
Did he get it?
I think Kanye's in that.
All in the light.
It's all of the lights.
I'm sorry. It is all of the lights. It is not in. You, sir, are out.
That's twice.
Shirley and Bryce.
Uh-oh.
All right, Bryce.
Thinking cap.
Okay.
Pop it on.
There are two current, and I put this in quotation marks, GOATs in the WNBA. Name one of the two.
Current.
They are largely considered the GOATs of the WNBA. And they are both current players.
Oh, gosh.
Name one.
Oh, come on.
You got me there. The only girl I ever remember was the girl from UConn.
Well,
what's her name?
They were both from UConn.
Yeah.
I don't know their name. I'm going to go with I don't know her name. Her name was I don't know.
So can I guess? I would say Diana Taurasi's got to be the one.
Yes.
And is Sue Bird active?
That is correct.
All right.
Both of them are active.
Sue Bird? Diana Taurasi, Sue Bird.
How are they been in for a while?
Sue Bird's been forever.
One of them's close to 40 years old, right?
Sue Bird.
Diana is over 40, and I believe Sue just turned 40.
I thought Bird was older than
No,
Taurasi.
Diana is older than Sue. Correction, you're right. It's backwards.
Bird
I'm
is
sorry.
41.
Sue is older than
She's
Diana.
older than me.
Wow.
Diana, I believe, is like 38 or 39. But they are both active. They are both active players.
Dang, I could see her face, but I did not. I couldn't.
Shirley, you're the champion.
Good job
hitting us with women's sports. Turned out to be the.
Hey, if you were going to give it a free for all, I was going to give you something you couldn't answer.
Well, of course,
there you go.
Chandler's. We're all sexist around here, so like Chandler.
Chandler.
So, yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Let's take a break. We'll go Pirate Radio Outdoors and get ready to wrap up a Tuesday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after this.
All aboard! Hop on the Emerald Express for a free ride through the Uptown District every Thursday through Saturday from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. The continuous loop begins and ends at GK Butterfield Transportation Center, but you can hop on and off at any of the 13 stops. With stops along Dickinson Avenue, Evans Street, the Town Common, and more, the Emerald Express is the perfect way to travel in the Emerald City. This trolley runs every 20 minutes, but don't worry, the stops are all footsteps away from all the businesses in the Uptown District.
In studio with Jeff Stein from Brown & Wood. What's new, Jeff?
For service, we're doing touchless pickup and drop-offs. So when you pull your vehicle in, we greet you at the car and open the door for you, but we're putting plastic on the seats. We're having a steering wheel cover put on. We even have shift knob covers now this year. And then we have the customer actually drop the key in a baggie, and they're the next one to touch that key when it comes out of the baggie when they pick up their vehicle. So just want to make sure we take care of the customers that voted us number one.
Brown & Wood, your number one dealership in Greenville and the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers in Greenville, plus the all-new Tiebreakers in Winterville. Do real burgers better than anybody. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, real burgers at its best.
Everybody loves burgers. I can't think of anyone who doesn't love a clean car, but how often do you actually go to the car wash? Does it take too long, or maybe it's just not a very nice place? Tommy's Express changes everything. Our wash is bright, inviting, clean, and fast.
I love the flat conveyor belt. So easy to pull onto, much smoother ride, and safer for my car.
And when you join Tommy Club, you can wash as often as you like for one low monthly price.
I save money and time.
We're Tommy's Express.
At the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road, Greenville. University PC Care has been the Pirate Nation's go-to IT expert since 2006. Unfortunately, many organizations today simply react to IT issues after the damage is done. This is known as the break-fix cycle in the tech service industry. University PC Care's Business Services Division has a better way, a proactive solution called BizCare. What's at your office? Call William at University PC Care today to schedule your free BizCare consultation or learn more at universitypccare.com.
Do you have any real estate questions about buying or selling residential or commercial properties? Are you curious about this current real estate market? Do you need a property manager for all your rental houses? This is proud ECU alum Scott Harris with RE/MAX Preferred Realty and SD Harris Properties, and I would love to help answer every question you have and show you a real estate experience that will be memorable and enjoyable. Every step of the way, I'm here to make your dreams a stress-free reality. Call me today at 347-1857. That's 347-1857. Go Pirates.
Hi, I'm Annalie Newhoff.
And I'm Rob Campbell.
And we are with CopyPro. We have been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for almost 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology.
Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total customer satisfaction is our number one priority.
We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net.
CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
Great food, great atmosphere, and great service is Ottavola Market Cafe. Ottavola is simply a restaurant that focuses on that, being a great restaurant. There's something for everyone at Ottavola. The menu offers a variety of great choices like pastas, pizzas, sandwiches, soups, salads, and seasonal rotating selections. Lunch or dinner, Ottavola is always the right call. Call ahead and get Ottavola to go, or stop by the bar for a drink with friends. It's simple. Come and eat at Ottavola Market Cafe, Red Banks Road next to Food Lion, and OttavolaMarket.com. Ottavola, pirates supporting pirates.
This is Amanda Houston, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. Go Pirates!
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. At Angel Oak, they continue to make customer service their number one priority. A local mortgage advisor is the key to your transaction success. The combination of their local team's experience and Angel Oak's wide offerings of products from standard, conventional, government, and portfolio loans has something for every financial situation. For more information, call Talbot Green, Braxton Green, Joanne Weir, or Wanda Hager at 751-2060. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, getting ready to wrap up a Tuesday edition of Pirate Radio Live. It was a 496-foot home run by Jesus Sanchez.
Wow.
Of the Marlins.
Let's say he hit the sweet spot.
That's people that sit that high up were not expecting a souvenir but they got one that night. You get any balls hit your way, Bryce?
Man, they were close, but not close enough.
Do you think you and it's easy to say yes, but you're in the heat of the moment. Could you catch a homer or a foul ball with your bare hands? I know you could, but could you in the moment?
I would rather be coming like this way because I would hate to try and do it this way, just in case I missed it.
Right.
In the face.
Gotta get to the side.
Yeah, I think I could kind of catch one. I don't know if I'd one-hander or two-hand. Probably one. I mean, I think I could.
Yeah.
But they're going kind of fast.
They are. Now, the foul ball's coming down a little lighter, but if you're back there behind the fence where you were, right,
Yeah.
those home runs are shooting out there at a pretty good pace. And easy for me to say in the AC of a press box at Clark LeClaire, but I am disappointed in East Carolina fans catching foul balls this year.
Oh, they've been dropping
a lot of booms on the bleachers.
Wow, they didn't even get hitting the jugs machine. You know?
Fans, this week it's going to be packed, so there's not going to be a lot of areas for the ball to hit. Let's catch that ball.
Yeah,
go get the practice in.
I know.
Go in the backyard tonight. Start throwing it up. Catching it. Let's go.
Save somebody's noggin.
Bryce,
I wish it was like Savannah Bananas games. It counts as an out.
That's right. At those games, if a fan catches it, the batter's out.
That's hilarious. Those are great.
Bryce, you were occupied this weekend. Have you had an opportunity since we talked to you last Tuesday to get out in the water?
Oh man, yeah, it was. Thank goodness. I went Monday. I got in Sunday night, probably like 11. But I said, man, I'm taking my butt out. And I had to work. I couldn't go to the beach. There's no point in me driving to the beach. So I was on my boat. I went fishing. I didn't catch anything. But I was on the boat from 9 o'clock in Campbell's Creek area till about 12, about 1 something. Made the run back, and then my buddy was out Witcher's Beach, and I put in a Bloods Creek and had about a 15-minute boat ride there. So I was running the boat. She wanted to be ran. It's been about a month, and she got it. She did. She got to run.
Good to hear.
Good. It was good. My boat run good.
That's that helps a boat stay healthy, right?
Oh, for sure.
Got to
run.
run.
You know, it's funny. So the last boat I had, I wasn't able to tell my miles per gallon. And by the way, boats and cars have totally different miles per gallon. You know,
what's the boat average?
It depends. So when you're talking, say, Jay, my father-in-law's boat, his big center console gets about 0.9 miles to the gallon. But he's got like a 500-gallon tank, so it kind of give or take. It's fun when they say, "Man, I'm getting like 1.1, 1.2." I'm like, they're like, "Oh, that's great.
You're getting something."
Mine is about, now that I can finally track it. My old but I couldn't. I was getting like 3.5. That's not the 70-gallon tank, so pretty good.
Yeah.
And with the upgrade of the motor, maybe I was getting that on my old boat, but maybe not. But so I was excited to do that, like I said, because I got to run it far enough to really see. So,
it's certainly boating temps. So hopefully you can get out there and get in it.
Oh, for sure.
All right,
plan on it.
Bryce, thanks for joining us, man.
Thank y'all for having me.
Welcome back to the East.
Oh, yeah.
The Eastern
good.
Standard Time Zone.
Feels good.
And we'll talk to you next week. Big Wednesday edition of Pirate Radio Live on tap. We'll talk to former Pirate lefty Jake Agnos, Eric Ward, Scooter, Patrick Mason, Jeff Charles. We'll talk all things ECU baseball coming up Wednesday right here on Pirate Radio Live as we get you ready for the 2022 Greenville Regional. For Shirley Rhodes, Chandler Honeycutt, the crew here at Pirate Radio, I'm Clip Brock. So long, everybody.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Radio, WGH